I was looking for a mission down here the other day. Just gonna check that out. Is it saying I get everything from there? Truck with crane. It really makes it clear in some of these missions which where you're supposed to get like the different materials from. Rebel by choice, morning, how's it going, dude? Good to have you join us. Oh yeah, I think I'm reading it the wrong way again. Daddy, hello, how's it going, man? Cheers for joining us. Lucian STC. Hi Miss Lone Wolf, how's it going? Again, cheers for joining us on the old stream. Crook Crook, evening Mr. Wolf. How's it going, dude? I'm trying to think, what should we do first? Justin Lynch, hello, how's it going, man? Just trying to think what to do. So if you can hear noise in the background, it's my cat. That's why he waits. As soon as I get this headset on, he's like, oh, time to play. Hunting you 84. Hey Mr. Wolf, how are you? Yeah, I'm not too bad, cheers dude. How are you doing? I felt pretty rough when I woke up today. Felt like I had the flu or something. I feel better now. Not like the flu, but I had a headache and felt pretty shit, and then I had like achy bones and joints and everything, but yeah, I don't know why. Like I say, not as bad now though, cheers. Right. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I might need to open up more warehouses to do that maybe. I don't really want to just keep driving around trying to figure out where it wants me to pick stuff up from if it isn't going to tell me. I'm interested in that junkyard one at some point, because I've seen that popping up a few times. PB prop. It's dark in Denver, is it? Yeah, it's pretty dark here as well. Justin Lynch, we've played. 184, glad to see you again. Yeah, I appreciate it, dude. Cheers for popping in, joining us for the old stream. Right, we'll see what other missions. I'm not too keen on them. Treasure hunt, I could possibly do at some point. Yeah, because I'll try and get the like 30 harvestless years done. Try and get the K7M unlocked tonight, and possibly the what's it called? That pike vehicle as well. I found the third garage. It's in Harvest Corp. You need to get to fixing the fixers contract. Okay, yeah. Cheers for letting us know. I'm not sure if I'll get there tonight or not. I'll keep chipping away at them though, so we might do. Fix it. Well, it says right at the bottom, but you got to do down to the last screw and let there be light. So let there be light. I'm probably going to do anyway because I think towards getting the K7M. So yeah, we might get to that point. If not though, it'll can always do it. Yeah, when we get there. Sorry, I might have missed a few comments. I see hello Wolf, I apologise, I can't see who said it, but yeah, how you going? Cheers for popping in. Patrick H, hi everyone. How's it going, dude? Bleaker, this phase feels like Tamir and Wisconsin had a baby, in a good way. Yeah, that's true, I do agree what you're saying. The first maps are probably more Wisconsin than Tamir, but then yeah, as you go through, they seem to get a little bit more Tamir sprinkled in there. But yeah, I'm liking them so far. Oh, that's Trezor. Sorry, I'm trying to think what to do first. I could just pick something a bit simple while I'm yapping away at the start. So that's only package sand. It cancels the mission when you check the warehouses now. There's definitely a few bugs that have appeared in this last bit. That patch they did doesn't really seem to have fixed it too much. Daddy Wolf, I beat the new map. Which ones are? Is it like all? Do you mean this region? Long hauler 2300. Good evening. I'm here for the loaf therapy session. This goddamn horse. He's already there. Right, first I should probably just go and pick a vehicle. I got the, what's it called again? The Pike. I keep forgetting the name of that for some reason. There's a mod version of it, so I've turned that on, and at some point I'll probably as well try and go to the Institute map, and we'll get exploring that, because I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I did the Heartlands last week, so got all that uncovered. And where's the oh no, it's Harvest Corp. I think the Institute one might be over here. Yeah. So I'll probably go and check that out at some point. I may even do it next, I don't know. I need to pick a vehicle. Yeah, Hunting U84, where's the goddamn professional? He's already waiting outside the garage. Derek Llewellyn? Llewellyn, sorry. Hey, it's Mr. Lone Wolf, how's it going? Yeah, I'm not too bad, cheers, dude. How are you doing? Oh, again, I need to pick a mission, because I need to kind of know what I'm going to be setting up. What's this one? Visit, you know, let's do that, just to... I can cruise around for a minute while I'm yapping. Right. First camp. That's not too bad. It's going to probably be off-roading though, so probably best not to take a highway vehicle. Patrick H. Almost done here with Phase 8, a few contracts left. How have you found it overall? Was it like pretty quick to get through, or did it sort of last quite a while? That's what she said. Just an inch. I'm getting there, but still have a decent bit left. Yeah, it's kind of taking me a while. I'm not in a bad way, but I mean, because I sort of I'm playing on it, but then I'm doing editing and stuff as well, so it kind of naturally paces it out for me a little bit, which, yeah, is kind of not a bad thing, because eventually I get to the point where I'm kind of running low. But this phase definitely seems a lot more packed than the last one. That's good to hear. I'm doing pretty good. That's good news. Is that all? Kai Sushitani? I apologise if I butchered that. I love your videos so much. I appreciate it, dude. Cheers for popping in, and yeah, glad you're enjoying the videos. It's nice to be doing them again, doing daily videos. Ortega, it's a good old classic. What else we got though in the way of mods? Oh, where? Is that the? Oh no, it's the Antarctic. We don't want that. We want the real deal. Robot by choice. Justin, after last week's stream, I commented on the contracts to open that garage in Harvest. Yeah, you did. I appreciate that, dude. No, in fact, cut at this thing. I quite like this. I'm sure it'll eat this map for breakfast most likely, but goddamn horse. Which way am I heading roughly? I'll kind of freestyle it over there, but have I got the map right? Oh no, that way. I need to get the edges uncovered really at some point. I don't know. Helps you orientate which way the map is. Daddy, use the loaf. Yeah, that's true actually. I should have just took the loaf. What am I thinking? Fuck it. I agree. Taking long to cut that truck loose. Juice of a cane, hello Mr. Lone Wolf, how's it going, dude? Let's have you join us for the old stream. That's me. Still love driving through these. I do like that Dakar truck quite a lot, but to be fair, it might be a bit beast mode. Loaf's definitely, well, he's always beast mode, but can't really help it. The life of a loaf. He likes these bumps. Told you he's done a rally driving course. Pretty quick finish, in my opinion. Terrain not difficult, lots of small task contracts which were quickly done with a bit of planning ahead. Also, so far, for the most part, I wouldn't say there's any like I've not really come across any particularly crazy missions, but that's why it's given me a chance to throw a couple of the old, not older vehicles, but just, yeah, the weaker vehicles, the one that rank a little bit lower on the food chain. Yeah, just one, it's a nice change to get them out anyway, but two, it just helps kind of add a little bit of difficulty back to it, because I know what you're saying. And again, I personally quite like it as a change. It doesn't mean, like, say if they do the year 3 pass or whatever, I don't want every single map to be a complete walk in the park or anything. But yeah, compared to some of the ones we've had, it's nice to just kind of roam around, enjoy the view a bit, not worry too much about. Oh yeah. Get it? I forgot that song now. Whatever it's called, like the Chariots of Fire song. Best truck in the game, the Loaf. He certainly is. Definitely saved my bacon more than probably all the other trucks combined. I wonder how many hours I've spent driving the Loaf around. Bearing in mind a lot of it doesn't make it into video, so there's yeah, some serious hours. And I still love driving my horse around. It's just one of them vehicles where it just achieves more than it feels like it should, but it keeps doing it and getting away with it consistently, and then it just kind of, yeah, makes the game more enjoyable. To me, anyway. Right. He's a trier. God loves a trier, so tell me. The fuck, where'd the comment go? The chat deleted my text and only put up a smiley. Yeah, I don't know what's been going on recently with the comments. Remember like a month or two ago when it was just repeating everybody's comments, which is pretty weird really. Kind of odd that it remembered everybody's comments to be able to just keep reposting them every 5 minutes. And there's been a few little weird things happening since. Brilliant, yeah. Anyone else noticed driving on the RR tracks, the railway tracks, is slower now? I hadn't, but saying that, I think when I drove on the railway tracks, it was before they did that patch, so I've got a slight feeling when they did that patch, they made some of the mud a little bit more restrictive as well. It could just be kind of paranoia on my part, because I do believe they've definitely done that in the past, but there's a chance I can get a normal vehicle. I don't need to go out in a mod, but I can drive down the railway and see. I can't remember the name of like one of the first missions I did. I did drive a little bit along the railway tracks, and yeah, at first, like I say, I didn't really notice anything, but as soon as I got that update added the other day, I was like, oh, here we go. Is this where they kind of stealth adjust all the terrain difficulties and all the rest of it? Grand in the bag. Oh, blew their little gazebo thing up. Is this another mission? There's quite a few missions. Discarded chemicals. Just gonna have a look what that's saying. Do you know what? I need to go and explore like this corner really. Question is, do I go back? Oh no, the trading store's here. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna go and get a radar trailer. Let's get back to there. Somewhere. Where are we gonna go through there? Close enough. That'll do. It may seem that I'm not likely to remember the direction from a week ago. I can't even remember the direction from like 2 minutes ago. Daddy, YouTube, sub to me Lone, sorry, sub to SnowRunner. Can't even read straight now. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, dude. Not today, game. Still got them panic winch. Panic winch skills save the day. What the hell? Was I even on another mission? Oh, fine. What? That's one thing I don't like with this game, where it like automatically starts the next mission. For some reason, that started a contract. Normally, it just does like one of the missions. Dalton Jinx, could you possibly put your SnowRunner review videos in their own category? The review ones I possibly could, yeah. I won't be able to do it, like, it takes bloody ages, because on my phone, this is one reason like PC would be nicer. I've got to scroll through, and each time I add a video to the, to like a playlist, it kind of jumps me back to the top of the list of videos, so then I've got to scroll all the way back down, and it's like, it's a pain in the arse. I remember doing it a while back for my top 10 SnowRunner videos, but they were like reasonably near the top. But yeah, I'll put it on the list. I'll try and get something like that done. Oh yeah, there's a railway there. I'll drive down the railway at some point. I'm kind of interested to know myself now. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain. What's another thing they updated YouTube the other week, and oh yeah, I think it was with the videos. You used to be able to start them from like date uploaded, like the oldest first and all that. They've removed settings, and I'm not able to make YouTube videos go like a quarter of the speed now and all that. Like, YouTube's getting worse. Oh, God, I've already got the bloody old bots. I don't remember how to get onto my own live stream now. Oh, here we are. One sec. Just gonna ban these muppets. There'll be more, probably. So how many people need a wank? These bots are relentless. They got an off-road version. Yeah, that trailer, just Rebel. I couldn't, I can't, it doesn't offer me that trailer in the normal game. For whatever reason. Rebel, here we go again, yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming, well, I don't know actually. Probably, I don't really know what I'm doing as far as computing goes, but do you think like a human has initiated that? I know it's bots, or do you think it's just a robot that's your bot program, whatever, that's just waiting for people's live streams to start and then it just automatically jumps on them? Either way, like, it can't generate a lot of custom, can it, really? You can just go on Google and fucking see everything, so if it was like 1980 and that was like the one golden source of some kind of porn or smut, then fair enough, but yeah, kind of can't even look at normal things on the internet without porn popping up now. That's sort of heard. I normally have the opposite problem. I'm trying to look at porn and normal things start trying to pop up. Shit. Throw a Yui. Victor, hey Lone Wolf, how you been? I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I'm not too bad, cheers dude, how you been? How's life been treating you? Just an inch. I love Saber made those railway crossings jumpable. Oh, I wasn't even looking. They could easily have them kill your truck at speed. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I quite like the little ramps there. Again, overall, they've, yeah, for the most part, they've been pretty fair on these maps. Other than the tree stumps. Goddamn tree stumps. One day. Got a thing that's called radar loaf. That quick. good old song that is. That's right, tree stump. That's how it works. Wiper up his cock on it, he owns it now. Let's just get one done now. See how large of a market leaves. Sheep, of course. Random death. I would think it's a program that's made to go spam certain live stream. Yeah, true, because they seem to sod off for a bit, but now I suppose like phase 8 and that's come out. It's yeah, probably in some kind of like algorithmic top 20 games at the minute or something. So they're yeah, they're on it. I thought there was like a whole warehouse hiding here. Trailer. Yeah, let's get a little bit further down done. You need to try that radar bobblehead, it's all I use. Yeah, true actually, I do need to go and get that turned on because I've heard about it quite a few times, it would be pretty handy. It's like a little post-it note thing, that's all I can do. I can write stuff down that I actually remember. Because my problem is, I forget what I was going to do and all the rest of it, and then when I go to bed, it's part of the reason I think I used to struggle to get to sleep, or still do, without sleeping tablets. And suddenly while I'm in bed trying to go to sleep, it's like, oh yeah, shit, I was going to do this, I was going to do that. Sorry, I missed some of that. No fixing the first bridge. They're unlimited cargo, so at least it's not doing that, where like you only get a certain amount there. I suspect this spammer is Boris Johnson because he is bored right now. That's true. It's a good old shit show as usual. To be fair, we do moan at them until they quit quite a lot. In America, you need to up your efforts. Start kicking off more. Not that it matters these days. We'll just wheel the next tit in with some other bullshit they're reading off a pre-written speech. I've been getting these bots on my streams and I barely ever get any viewers because I don't do commentary. These bots are, yeah, they're just, I get it quite a lot as well. I haven't actually, touch wood, so far I've not noticed them on like the new videos, but normally they post just, yeah, these spammy links on like 5-10 minutes after I upload a video. And I don't think I got the spammy bots last week either, so they're obviously back now. It wouldn't surprise me if they start spamming my videos as well. Why is this place so boggy? Where am I? No, it's probably just because I'm going off into like the middle of nowhere. That should do it though, it should get to the edge of the map. Mark Rowe, hey Miss Wolf, sorry I'm late, no notification from YouTube. Oh, is there not? No worries though, dude. Like I say, cheers for popping in. Cheers for letting me know. I read your message, I just didn't quite get time to reply to them because I had about 10 minutes before I was starting this. I didn't get the other mod, I can't remember what you called it. It was a word that's a bit like astronaut, but I know it wasn't astronaut. And then I got the Pike SE thing. I believe, because I know you were saying, and I wasn't sure myself, that it might not let me get the SE mod, the Pike mod, because I've not unlocked the Pike yet. But it did, which is good news. And I was thinking it's probably because, you know, I've got like the Phase 8 DLC. It's just already qualified me, like, even though I've not unlocked it on the game yet. I just wanted to let you know that, just because I was curious myself. When you said it, I was like, yeah, good point actually, it might not let me get it, so inevitably I had to try it. God, who knows, too many winch points. It's definitely some like pretty serious death mud when you get, I mean, to be fair, this is like the bottom corner of the map, so it doesn't really matter, but there's a few patches where I've hit this good stuff. You can see the difference. I don't really need to go on radar everywhere. I just, yeah, I wanted to get, it just makes it like you kind of just naturally know which way to rotate the map. Be nice to get that top corner done though. In fact, well, I could rally up the old railway. Yeah, sod it. Let's go and do that quickly, and then I'll go and pick a mission. Or I might go to... what's the other map called? Heartlands. Shit, which way was I going? Ah, son of a bitch, I left a waypoint in. That'll do. I'll figure it out from there. Oh, that's great. That Pike SE is a nice mod. Yeah, it's I probably could go and get it now, to be honest. But like I said, tonight I'd like to get the Institute map kind of searched and everything anyway, so hopefully I'll find it tonight anyway, the actual normal one. But I'll no doubt use the mod, because, yeah, it's always nice to see what they've, like, extra they've added. I like the ditches on this game. Again, I quite like it though. As I say, it's a more enjoyable method to slow us down than just like that death mud back there. There's not really a whole lot of excitement to it. Rebel, get the mod. Diff for trucks without or all-wheel drive if connectable. Put it on the new tractors. Never have to worry about fuel. Get the mod diff for trucks. Fair enough. I'll check it out. Cheers, dude. I was going to put, as you said as well, Mark Rowe, with the Max Truck Pack, they've added the tractors. And I will check them out at some point. I didn't turn it on tonight, because once you put the Truck Max Pack on it, feels like the truck store with so many mods. Oh, got another bot back. I assume though, like, if they're just writing some kind of program, they must just be able to keep spamming it, if you know what I mean. Like, just if they've got like account 1 and then it'd be like account 2, account 5,000, etc. They never stop. Rebel, I've been thinking of vodka. Any reason in particular? There's the potatoes on this map. Rebel, yeah, potatoes. God, Irish will be having flashbacks. Really? To be fair, they do seem to be slowing me down. If I just go off the railway... Yeah, I think you're probably right, Brillinia, that. It does appear to be a lot slower like than it was the other day for me. I'm definitely going as fast, if not faster now, and I'm kind of flying around ditches and all sorts. Let's give it another go. Yeah, let's try next to it, just to... So I'm still motoring along pretty nicely there. It's kind of pulling my steering around a lot as well. Yeah, do you know what? I think you are right. Like, there's definitely something like holding it back more than it looks like it should be. Am I still going? Just cut across there. I'll just get up to like here, just so I can get the edge of the map. Is it Christopher? Olsen, sorry. What mods do you use? Greetings from Sweden. Yeah, how's it going, dude? To be honest, I use all sorts of mods. I'm trying to think, like, the ones I usually go for is, like, Fox's mods are great. They always work well and all that. They're, like, good fun trucks. They don't take pretty much any memory. There's JBE mods. Bartleby mods are good. AGL mods. And then the other ones are just kind of random ones here and there. To be fair, it's Mark Bro, yeah. He's usually the guy that lets me know what the latest good stuff is, really. So, and yeah, just kind of, I've got my bunch of mods that I kind of always go back to, which is, yeah, mainly like made up of Fox, Bartleby, JBE, and yeah, AGL. And then everything else is just, yeah, kind of trying it out, really. It kind of or partly happens, like, depending on how much memory a mod uses. If it uses quite a bit of memory, I'll try it out on the videos and all the rest of it, but I can't necessarily keep it on for too long, because I have to turn so many other mods off to have it. The Max truck, oh sorry, it jumped there a bit. I've tried the railway with and without trailers, same effect. Yeah, no, I do think you're right. I reckon they have adjusted something when they did that patch the other day. So that definitely felt a lot more restrictive. I'll probably drive down it at some point tonight with the truck. I can't remember what vehicle it might. Was it the P512PF, I think I drove down there with, and that didn't feel affected at the time. Mark Rowe, Mr. Buses, yeah, that's true as well. Actually, I've still got some of his mods turned on as well. Yeah, I've definitely tried quite a lot of his mods, and yeah, that's a good point. They are some ones worth checking out as well. Comrade James, hey Mr. Lone Wolf, good to see you. I appreciate it, dude. Cheers for popping in and joining us. Still enjoy that. The most needlessly complex animation they've put in this game. Gregory Bliss. Sucks that Bartleby and JB aren't making any more mods. Are they not? No. I think we're still able to get, like, the mods they have already done, though, can't we? But yeah, still, I must admit, it'd be pretty cool if they made some mods. I was speaking to Fox the other day, and he was saying he might have to crack out his editing thing. I don't know how it all works, but he knows what he's doing with that stuff. Possibly, so Fox maybe might make some of the new tractors, like mod versions of them. That'll do. Just I can kind of see what I'm doing with the map now. What I've got over here? Hay bale. Why are they showing up as actual hay bales now? Is it because I've selected one of these missions? Ah, there, hay delivery. Makes sense. So yeah, I assume they're the ones you can just pick up with a normal crane. Tractor manipulator module is recommended, so that's on the K700. Right, we'll cut this trailer loose. Can be a free range trailer now. Go back to here again. I wish they'd make it so it doesn't go dark so quick. Right. Start getting on towards the missions to get this done. So 30 harvestless years. But I want to get the let there be light thing. So I can get a trailer store in the Heartlands. Complete treasure hunt. So let's just go and get treasure hunt done, which I believe is the mission I did yesterday, but it'll take me like 5 minutes if that. I'll take like some kind of mod vehicle and just smash it. Where's it? Oh yeah. Bart's mods won't be on PS5 and Xbox Series. He's done with SnowRunner. Yeah, what is there is it. Yeah, is that what he said then? Yeah, he's not doing it anymore. I wonder if he'll possibly consider coming back for like the year 3 pass. Either way though, if he doesn't, I appreciate the mods he did make. He's definitely got some good stuff in there. I suppose it gets to a point, especially when like the good modders are sort of that gifted with what they're doing, they possibly just sort of move on to other games that have come out since then. Treasure hunt, yeah, because this is the point. You don't need to, like, I did this mission as a video yesterday, but you don't need to take the metal detector. So I suppose, yeah, I could do with a crane. Can this just have like a little crane and then a sideboard would be quite nice? Probably not. Treasure hunt, there you are. Just an inch. You can collect hay rolls with a crane as well. Yeah, cheers for letting us know. Someone said that, which I must admit I'll probably end up doing that. For the sake of a video, I'm pretty certain I will take the K700 and try that manipulate a crane thing. But yeah, for the most part, I'm not gonna keep doing that every time. I think I'll choose the crane as well. Which, as I said before, it's not really anything against that manipulator crane. It's the similar story with the forklift. It's just there's no amount of easiness is going to make it easier than a crane. So I still appreciate them, you know, doing it, kind of giving us another option if we want to mess around and grab it with them. It's yeah, still pretty fun to try. David, hey Mr. Wolf, sorry for missing a few of your streams. Been dealing, sorry, again, when it splits a word without a little dash, I don't know why it makes me mind go crazy. Some stuff, but getting it worked out. No, that's no worries, dude. I hope everything's going pretty well for you. I must admit, life's definitely... 2022 has been one of them years. It's the same for me as well. Like, if I make it to 2023, it'll be good riddance to this year. Hay with sideboard and a little crane is no problem. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So again, at least it's like you can go and mess around with the manipulator crane if you want, but at least they're not forcing it on us where you have to. Which kind of makes me more chilled about trying it again, like back with the forklift. I liked messing around with it, but it was nice once the novelty wore off and I'd tried it out and all the rest of it. It's kind of like, right, anyway, just go and get the crane. Bleaker, it goes dark too quick, but not as quick as Liz Trust time in office. It's true, was it like 44, 45 days or something? Should have got the goddamn horse in there. Get this country whipped into shape in no time. But yeah, like I find it's all funny. I just kind of ignore them now. It's all a load of bollocks. It doesn't really matter which side gets in. They're all in it for themselves. So you can wear this like a hat, which is nice. I'm just curious. I can always go and grab a sideboard, but I was just wondering if it'll let me drop this off without it being packed into a truck. So we'll go and find out. But as you can see, the metal detector is not needed. Juice of Cane, Dave's story tonight. That's true, yeah. I'll well, the actual things, I said it a little while ago, was like one of the most kind of unbelievable stories I can think of. And yeah, I said ages ago I'll save it for like when I'm on 10,000 subscribers or something. And now I actually am, which again I appreciate everyone for subscribing and sticking with me while we mess around with the loaf and everything. Yeah, so basically it's the story of my brother's dad's leg. He lost his leg in the 90s, and yeah, kind of the journey it went on, the journey his leg went on, was pretty random. So, again, I don't know, say 6 years old, something like that. He used to race motorbikes as well, and during like a race he had a crash and fucked his leg up, and he went to the hospital. They operated on it, tried to fix his bones because he kind of shattered his leg and all that, but they fucked something up with it, and he basically got gangrene in his leg, so they had to chop his leg off. And he went to the hospital, and that was it. Like, they just said to him, we can't do anything else for your leg. It was their fault as well. It was their fuck up because it was after they operated on him, and they obviously didn't clean it properly or something. So they removed his leg, and then he said to them that he wants his leg back, and they said, no, you can't have your leg. So then he said to them, like, I'll take you to court for my leg, and then probably some monetary compensation while he's at it. And I actually looked at this about a year ago, because I was asking my mum about a year ago. Like, I witnessed various parts of this story myself, so I know it's true, but it's so random that I was like, yeah, this did happen, didn't it? I'm not just having like some kind of shared hallucination. And yeah, it did. So I went and looked at the law a year ago, and in the UK, basically, because they cut his leg off, it's his leg, so they're not allowed to keep it, and they're not allowed to say he's not allowed it. But they were trying to, because it had gangrene on it and stuff. They didn't want him to have it, so when he eventually said, I'll sue you and all that if you don't, or probably it wasn't even really called suing back then, he was just like, I'll take you to court to get my leg. I think they probably handed it to him in some kind of like biohazard bag, saying like, yeah, just make sure you don't, you know, touch anything with it and all the rest of it. So then, yeah, he got his leg, took it home and put it in the freezer, so, because he was wondering, like, he was trying to figure out what to do with his leg. And in fairness, I will say, if I had to have my leg chopped off, just on principle, I would say to the hospital, give me my goddamn leg. Like, they're not having it. Who knows what they'll do? Probably flog it. Yeah, so he put his leg in the freezer, and it certainly wouldn't surprise me if it was just in the freezer, next to, like, some frozen fish fingers or something. But he owned a farm, and he had a fishing lake and all that, so it was probably like another freezer, not like the literal kitchen food family freezer thing. And then yeah, obviously where Dave comes into it is at some point Dave was probably trying to charge like a remote control car or something, so he unplugged the fridge to charge a battery or whatever it was, and then he forgot to plug the fridge back in. So the fridge wasn't on, and then Terry's leg defrosted. So he was pretty pissed off about that, and I remember that at the time getting told, like, yeah, it's just such a random thing to hear. It's like, oh, my leg's fucking defrosted because he turned the freezer off. So then at this point, this is what I said with this story. It's just one more, and then it's like, and then, yeah. So Dave turned the freezer off, the leg defrosted, but he'd figured out by now what he wanted to do with it, and what he wanted to do was get all the meat off the leg. I mean, it was amputated just below the knee, so he still had a knee. And on a slight little side note that I found hilarious when I was a kid, because he had, like, you know, just a little stump past the knee, he drew a face on it so it looked like a horse, and he was holding his hand out, like, pretending to feed a horse, and his own leg was the horse, and it was fucking funny. I remember laughing my head off. God's sake, the old spammers are back. Let's get rid of these wankers. I'm sure it's the same one. It's like a slightly different thing every time, but it's pretty much the same one. Yeah, so he decided, he knew what he wanted to do. He wanted to get all the meat and everything off the leg, so it was just like a pure leg bone and, you know, foot bone connected to the toe bone and all that good stuff. Because he wanted to make a coffee table out of it. And I'm not sure if it was supposed to be like one coffee table. Is it gonna let me drop this off? Cargo management? No, I'm gonna have to go and get a vehicle. Yeah, he wanted to make a coffee table with his leg, and like I say, I don't know if it was going to be like a coffee table with one central leg that is his leg, or if he was just going to get a coffee table and just, you know, completely normal in every other way other than one of the legs is a human leg. And then this was from my point of view, where like we went over to the farm one weekend, probably dropping Dave off in a fucking straitjacket or something. And just as like we got there, you know, chat away for half an hour, my mum and them are having a coffee in the kitchen, and I was just kind of floating around the farm, and I seen this like a 55-gallon drum in the garden, and it's just one of them. I was like, oh, I wonder. Like, just walked over to it, peeked over, and there's a 55-gallon drum, full almost to the brim with water, and his leg was floating in it, and it was covered in maggots and all the rest of it, and flies. And what he was doing, like I said, because he wanted to just strip everything away so it was just the bone, he left it in the garden in this barrel of water, so that the maggots would eat everything off it, and he'd just be left with the bone. And I still kind of remember when I was a kid, because I was only a little bit taller than the barrel, so when I seen it, I didn't realise that there was an actual leg in there. And then, yeah, walked over to it, looked over in the barrel. I already known that he'd lost his leg, so it wasn't a complete shock. But at the same time, I remember thinking, like, it didn't... I wasn't like, you know, I didn't scream or do anything like that. I just remember looking, and it's like, oh, there's a human leg floating in a barrel. And then went and said to either my brother or my mum or something like, why is there a leg in the barrel? And they're just looking at me like I'm the crazy one. Like, well, of course there is, because Dave turned the freezer off. That's why. So yeah, I seen that. So then basically, whilst that was in the garden for a couple of weeks, and then in the end though, he had a dog called Wooly. It was like a big black Alsatian. It was a good-looking dog. It was like 50% family pet, 50% guard dog. It was a cool dog. It didn't like bite any of us or anything, but you wouldn't want to fuck around with it. It was definitely a bit of a mean thing when it wanted to be. And what happened? The dog knocked the barrel over, and then, well, we don't know. This is what, when I was saying to my mum like a year ago, what's like what happened and all the rest of it. I'm just like confirming that it was the same thing. Hang on, I think it might have more of these spammers. And yeah, the dog stole the leg, and it either ate the leg or it buried it somewhere on the farm. And then, yeah, that's it really. That's what happened. That was the journey of his leg. And then that's what, like, I always, from when I was a kid, because obviously at the time when it happened, I just remember, say, Dave coming home one weekend and saying, like, oh yeah, the dog stole his leg. I always thought the dog buried the leg somewhere on the farm. Rebel, seems like chat has stopped. Yeah, I must admit, since these bot spammer things, it seems to have given up. Logano. Spam, yeah. Like, I keep removing them. Let's try another one. One sec. I'll just keep clicking like report. Get rid of the fuckers. There's another one gone. Let's get rid of the last one. This is what happened last time though. They start bombarding me with it. Mark Rowe, we're listening to the story. Yeah, true. So yeah, well, that was it. I mean, that was the story of his leg. Like I said, I always thought that the dog stole his leg and buried it on the farm. But then when I said it to my mum about a year ago, she just said, oh, I just assumed that the dog ate his leg. And to be honest, it could have gone either way, because it was a big enough dog. And funnily enough, as a random thing, it did used to bury shit, like dig holes and that. And the only reason I remember that is because it was a big black Alsatian. And years later, we owned a big black Alsatian. The one I've said before, I'd like growing. It grew really good. It was a fucking horse of a dog. And that used to bury stuff as well, like a cliche sort of like from Tom and Jerry and that, where the dog actually digs a hole and buries bones. Yeah, personally, I like to think that the dog stole the leg and buried it somewhere on the farm, just because I like to think that one day someone will randomly find that leg. It'd be like some archaeologist or, you know, and they'll be like, what the hell, where the fuck has this leg came from? And they won't be able to find the body that goes with it. But yeah, the dog may have ate it, I don't know. But that was genuinely, like I said, it's one of them. I don't mind if people think I'm lying, but it'd be a bit of a fucking weird story to make up. And like I said, when I'd already heard, obviously, he'd lost his leg, but no one told me it was sitting in the garden in a barrel. So, yeah, it's pretty random. But I just find it funny, because we sort of get brought up over the years, just as you like to relate it back to Dave as a typical Dave story. Yeah, that he was the one that turned the freezer off and made his leg defrost. The funny thing is as well, as a random like convergence of stories, when I said a while ago when Dave, Terry had a pet snake, and he said to Dave, right, I'll let you hold the snake, but don't squeeze it too hard, or you'll kill it. And then he gave Dave the snake, and Dave squeezed it too hard and killed it. I believe that was in the same freezer. So he also defrosted the ex-pet snake. Yeah, which, in a, you know, long story short, is why you don't let Dave too loose near anything. You've got to keep an eye on what's going on. Sorry, I'm kind of scrolling down. Pick a bloody vehicle. I need to. That one's already done up. Happy days. Just need a sideboard. That'll do. Juice of Cane. We were too enraptured with the story. That's true. Like I said, there's certainly other things I've seen and done in the past, but I think that probably it's got to be up there. It's got to be top 3, like most random fucking things that I've ever kind of witnessed, sort of been a part of. But yeah, I think it's pretty funny in the scheme of things. And I'll never forget when I looked over the edge of that barrel and seen a human leg with maggots all over it. It actually wasn't as gross as it sounded. I won't go into too much detail, but it didn't look too bad. It just looked like a leg floating in water. Well, with maggots and flies all over it, but it didn't look all horrific and gross. And when you think about it, it was quite a clever solution, because obviously he wanted to get all the meat off it and make a coffee table leg thing. And yeah, getting all like the shit off the toe bones and all that would be pretty difficult, so stick it in a barrel so that the flies kind of strip it right down to the bone for you. But then yeah, the dog nicked it. Would a 55-gallon drum full of water be like hundreds of pounds? Goddamn strong dog. It was a pretty big dog. Yeah, probably. It's only tipping the barrel over, though. But yeah, I bet it's got to weigh quite a bit. Well, around a similar time, my dad owned part of a factory that was a bubble bath factory, and I used to drive around on the forklift lifting 55-gallon drum barrels, so yeah, heavy enough to do with the forklift. Wow, I'm saying that fuck it, I'm touching the square, it'll do. BB Tactical Bombing, why is he freezing straight up everything? I don't know, bit of a rare one. That's all I can say. Well, I must admit, I don't know with the snake, but knowing him, he was probably going to try and like skin it and stuff it or something. I have no idea. His leg was obviously, he was just saving it until he figured out what he wanted to do with it. Because I don't think he planned on, you know, getting his leg removed and taking it home. It was just once the doctors fucked it up and he got gangrene. What? Oh yeah, because of the engine. Yeah, he put it in the freezer just while he was trying to work out what to do with it, and then Dave kind of sped up the options on that. So imagine the day he found that out. The smell of a defrosted leg coming out of the freezer. David, it was a cool story. Yeah, no, cheers. It's like I said, it's just more the most random, kind of unbelievable story I can think of. It's a bit of a random adventure for his leg. Right, that's that one in the bag. So the next one, it should now unlock Let There Be Light. Yeah. Let's go and do that one next then. But you've got to get a generator from this top corner and pretty much bring it back to the same place, like just the next little warehouse over. What vehicle should we take? Let's go back to the garage and have a look. I could take that, to be honest. I've not put that mod on for a while. Yeah, the bear. Yeah, that's the big one. That's what she said. Juice of cane, road train. That's true. I do need to get a bit more road train action going on. What are the tyres we got? They were pretty nice though. They sat pretty wide anyway. Sod it. Let's get them ones. Oh yeah, shit, I didn't really upgrade anything else. Put one of them on. The menu's going a bit slow tonight. I was going to say, I'm surprised they've not put... yeah, I should be able to fit a trailer on there still. We'll find out. Well, it doesn't really matter, I'll just winch it if not. It should do. Yeah, articulation's a little bit slow. Feels stronger though than the normal in-game one, but it just feels a little bit slow to react then. Where is my goddamn horse? I haven't even got one out on this map. His dog probably wants to eat the rest of him now. Probably likes the taste. To be fair, he was a cunt of a man, so I wouldn't blame the dog for wanting to eat him. I mean, the dog probably just jumped up, you know, like put his paws on the barrel to look in the barrel, and then yeah, it wouldn't be that hard to tip over. Like I say, it's a bit of a beastie dog. It's like a big Alsatian guard dog. Goddamn horse, is he upgraded? Looking good. Oh, he's a bold loaf, so he needs his roof rack. But yeah, well, the dog. Pretty sure he outlived the dog, but he's dead now as well. So the dog, neither of them can have each other. Which, you know what, off the top of my head, I don't know if he was cremated or buried. So, either way, one of his legs is, well, either came out the back of the dog. I just don't think the dog ate the whole leg, so I like to think he buried it somewhere. Yeah, in which case if he did, one of his legs, or the bottom half of one leg, is buried somewhere on the farm he used to own, and then whatever the hell happened to him. I honestly don't know, I'll have to ask my brothers. I'm surprised I don't know that. Well, I know he had a funeral and everything, but I don't know if he went and got cremated afterwards. Yeah, pack the old horse. Change it to daytime again. See, it was only 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was already like... It starts getting dark at about 2 PM, and every time you change the time of day it goes to 1 PM. Which way should we go? I'll go up this way. Yeah, I'll try and cross this river at some point. I know I can go on the normal crossing, but I might just try and sort of freestyle it, because this vehicle is like a pretty decent tool vehicle. Dan Helsing, good to see you back at it. Yeah, I appreciate it, dude. It's good to be back. It's good to have just a fresh phase of content to work my way through. Bit of understeering going on there. Mark Rowe, I remember using this mod, but the articulation got annoying while driving. Yeah, true. I'm kind of just noticing that now. It's also pretty smoky. It's like a old Stevie Wonder Navistar. We'll see how it goes. I think it's the G Glitchworks Goliath I didn't put on tonight, so that freed up quite a bit of memory, and then I was just like, just before I put the game on, I still had enough room to put this mod on as well, so yeah, I've not used it for quite a while. Let's over that pretty easy. It has got pretty massive tyres on it, to be fair. I think they're what, 71-inch tyres, so should do the job for the most part. Does the horn work? It does. Pretty normal horn, to be honest. Expecting a bit more of a meaty truck horn, but not the case. I can't remember. I think with this mod as well, isn't there like 2 or 3 versions of this truck? I'm sure they've got like smaller ones with just 2 axles at the back. I can't remember if they're all articulated or not though. Gotta stick to the tarmac. It's true. Good old British tarmac. Really? Say, just out of principle now. The car don't take no shit though, I'll give it that. I can say that tractor definitely won't. This can't turn itself when you reverse into something. Morbid but funny story. You should use let's see, and F. I must admit, it is pretty kind of morbid, to be fair. It's yeah, a bit of a random one. Jan McKay, hey bud, glad to see you on the stream. How's it going, dude? Appreciate you joining us for it. MacDog, hey Wolf, how's it going, man? I'm getting slowed down by the mud there a bit more than I thought it would be. It did go pretty deep there though. As she said, of course. Let's do it. Well, let's try it in high gear. Problem is, yeah, it's the advanced special high gear, which hasn't really got as much oomph of highway gearbox. Is nice with a high gear. You were right though, Juice of Cane sticks to the tarmac. It doesn't like these boggy dirt roads as much. White Tiger, hello, how's it going, dude? MacDog, good ho. No, good, how about you? Yeah, I'm not too bad, cheers, dude. Feeling better than I was earlier. Yes, there are 3 different versions of this mod, and they all... Oh, do they all articulate? So what is it? Was it just like, one's got 1 rear axle, one's got 2, and one's got 3 or something? Which I get what you say, in the articulation, it's not the end of the world, I'll get this mission done, but I can already tell it's been a bit of a pain in the ass. I'd like to cross here. I think this is where I originally was eyeballing it with the loaf on the exploration video. Just go down that way. You can't really cut through here. You can. It looks on the map like you can, but there's loads of unbreakable fences. Bit of a pain in the ass. Get a bit more speed on there. Kind of feels nerfed since the last time I used it. I'm pretty sure I did put like the top engine and everything in it. Just feels like it's not feeding a lot of power, particularly to the rear axles, so they're sort of slacking a bit. See what I mean though? It's already going dark. Oh my god, fucking spamming bastards. I'm sure once you remove some of them, I'm sure you get spammed even more. Right, should be them gone again for another minute or two. Yeah, this vehicle's definitely not really impressing me. It's feeding all the axles with the diffs on, but not really in auto. Right, see if we can cross here though. This is a pretty tall vehicle, but I think that's way too much. Too much of a killer, that one. Go down the river a bit. You definitely don't want you crossing there. That's a job for the that kind of like bridge mod. It must get shallower at some point. Let's have a little look. We'll kind of drive down the river that way. There is some scary shit going down in this game at night. What have you seen so far? I remember there was like, I've said this before, but at night this can very easily become like a horror game. You get weird noises all around you. I've not seen it recently, but I remember in Michigan and that, they used to see like wolf's eyes and stuff in the trees when you were driving around at night. To be fair, I've not really looked out for it since then. And I do the vast majority of my videos in the day just to help make the videos a bit clearer. Good stuff. Get out the window. Well, it made it. 3M. I've never seen the Yeti or whatever it is. I'm trying to think of the Yeti. No, I don't think I have either. I've seen there's a polar bear, or I think there's a couple of them on Imandra and that. I remember in what the bloody hell was the map called where it had that Star in the Sky mission? Oh, that might have been Imandra and that as well, actually, wasn't it? It's near that lake where you did the Star in the Sky mission. You could hear something in the background that sounded like, to me, it sort of reminded me of something like a big Yeti screaming off in the distance, but I remember there was the footprints as well, and like where it had a piss on the snow. And apparently there's a Bigfoot on Wisconsin. Yeah, that's it, Rebel, yeah, the Bigfoot. Which I've not seen that either. But then I don't know... Oops, shit. Remember when they used to do like the, what do you call it? Surprised that's not starting. We'll give it a minute. What was I going to say? Remember, yeah, the UFO that was on the Amur region. If not, I'll leave this here, so I know that loaf will fire up what he should be doing. He's got a bit of angle to him. It's because that truck's leaning on him. See, but this is where I'll just go, like, obviously not on live stream, but if I go make a coffee and that and come back, the way like the loaf's sitting in the mud, it'll usually adjust just enough, but I reckon at the minute this truck's just pushing on my wheels. But again, I'll wait a minute. If not, I'll go and bring another vehicle, but I'll rescue the loaf out of this bit. I'm not worried about that. Hey, you want to tip? Oh, sorry, on How to see it if the water is... Oh, sorry, how to see if the water is too deep. Yeah, true, because they used to... Remember on MudRunner where you'd have, like, when you go onto the map, they'd sort of have, like, depth markers, and the taller the markers, you could tell how, like, deep the water is. Whether I tried crossing originally... Oh yeah, this one. I tried crossing it, so there it was, like, deep as fuck. About here it wasn't as bad. Not having it yet. Do you know what, to be fair though, at this point, I'll leave the loaf there so we'll get him out, but I'm going to recover this and pick something else that's, like, yeah, not articulated, because it was a little bit sketchy. What should we take? Rebel, yeah. Erska River, UFO, yeah. For fuck's sake. You can't help themselves. It's just like a list of the same bots. Report them for porn this time, fuck it. One day, I have to see if they've got a YouTube channel, just start spamming their fucking comments. Nearly done. I'm just clicking all of them so they're bloody gone for a little bit. Well, for about a minute. That's the last one done. I'm trying to think what vehicle to take. In fact, was that... Yeah, twice twin stairs. Take that. Oh, sorry, was that how are you, Mr. Lone Wolf? Yeah, I'm not too bad, cheers, dude. Again with a bloody time of day. The White Western Star. Is that? Do you mean just the normal one? Okay, let's just quickly see. We'll go back to the low for a sec, see if it'll start yet. Not yet. But if I leave him there, he will start. I'll bring the twin stair. I'll get on with this mission. SnowRunner over a year been better. What do you mean? Like, is the game getting better? Do you mean? Fox, old baby, how's it going, dude? Good to have you joining us. Justin D, you could take the loaves. True, I could definitely take more loaves. There's always room for more. Damn, this thing gets its foot down. See if it can get over this. To give it some oomph. It did. Rebel, hey Fox. Rebel, no, off-road star. I'm not sure. Funnily enough, I turned the Lodestar, Fox's Lodestar on, because you were saying about it last week. I don't think I turned the Western one on though. I should do, to be honest. I don't know why I don't, to be fair. Well, it's more because it's just less stuff to scroll through on the store, but it's not like I don't know. It's not really a great reason, to be fair. It's just kind of me being lazy and not turning them all on. Like the physics. For the most part it seems about the same. They seem to be like nerfing a couple of the trucks. Kind of like just overall. But what I would say, that you mentioned the physics, I did see a mod earlier that said, like, it's a mod that apparently changes the terrain physics and all that, so I'll look into that one soon. I didn't want to put it on tonight just because I don't want to try it, just in case it like bugs the game. It'll kind of automatically turn my live stream off. That's a nice drift going there. Oh, have I not even put a snorkel on this? I'm guessing not. Have I got any repairs with it? No, I've not. Do you know what? That was my bad. I thought I had them on. Have I even up... Have I fully upgraded this thing then? I've got most things on it, but there's a couple of things I didn't put on. No, I'll just go like this. That'll do. Attempt number 3. Thanks, no worries, dude. Have you ever flipped a 73210 Bruce while doing a heavy lift? Yeah, definitely. I like Bruce though, he's a good vehicle for doing some of the heavier lifts. But yeah, it's pretty safe to say at this point I've probably rolled every vehicle in the game from... Funnily enough, someone said in the comments earlier on one of my older videos, what one was, oh, it's the HX520 review, said something like, why'd you drive it? Why'd you drive that truck and crash it like you're on drugs? I don't think they were a fan. Well, not that I'm taking what they said personally. It's not strictly inaccurate. I certainly drive my vehicles a bit carefree. Rebel P512 tyres. What's that with? Sorry. Is that like what? Can you put them on this? Do you mean? Fox +1. Tell game. Good evening, Mr. Wolf. Hope all is well. Yeah, not too bad. Cheers, dude. How are you doing? Justin Lynch. No, give it supersized Tatchel tyres. It's true. Yeah, the Tatchel tyres like got their own like beast mode amount of grip, haven't they? Are American trucks better than the European trucks? Do you mean in real life? Or on this game, so you sort of got like... Yeah, I suppose they're not just Russian trucks, are they, strictly speaking? Overall, I would say... the Russian stuff's probably better in the scheme of things, but part of it is because, with some exceptions, the twin steer, the normal one anyway, being one of them, but you don't get mud tyres on the American vehicles. So you're always just using, like, yeah, the lesser tyres, really. Which makes a pretty massive difference in this game. That's why I like the high range gear, or high gear, whatever, in this truck. It takes no prisoners. Twice in series, my road train truck fell in a 6 slot. Need active suspension. It's true. Did I put active on this? Oh, sorry. Is it? Yeah, this might not even have it. I can't remember. Ooh. A bit heftier than I thought. Has he managed to rotate his loaf? Ooh, don't touch it. Here we go. See? Just gonna have a bit of faith in him. But that's one thing I always did like about the loaf though. If you roll onto your side, you just leave it for a little bit and he just starts sinking back towards his wheels. Fuck it, yeah, I may as well stick him on the back of the twin stair. Which, like I said, normally I'd just like go off and make a coffee or something, and by the time I'm back, fires up like a good one. Fuck it. I'm gonna try and get it perfectly lined up, but I'm restrained from my OCD ways. Any chance of getting your Tweak Twin Stair and Iceberg to Series X consoles? That's true, I do. I like the old Iceberg. Well, I like all your mods, to be fair. I don't think I've ever used one that I don't. Sorry then, American trucks. Nelhurst, I'd like to see a mod that restarts all your missions so you can have all your trucks unlocked and go back to Black River. Yeah, true, that's what I'd like as well, dude. I wish they'd just do that in the game in general. But yeah, I'd accept, like, if a mod could do that, it'd be pretty damn cool as well. Because that's like, I'd quite happily start a new game. There's another weird glitch in this game. It's kind of like locked me in place on this sign. Yeah, but I don't want to go and get all my trucks again and do all the like the upgrades again and all that. But if I could have all the vehicles I've currently got and then just start a new game, I would definitely be interested in doing that. This is not this mod's fault, by the way. These signs have been getting stuck in me, like... Yeah, they're just a bit glitchy and iffy. It's the same with the bushes. Kind of stuck in. Let's see if that gets rid of it a bit. Let's do it that way and then hit the restore crane. Got it in the end. At least the farming missions are repeatable. That's true. I see. Still at least a step in the right direction. Set that, whatever that is. Oh yeah. Well, I am still going the right way, but I'll put a waypoint there, so I actually kind of know where I'm going. Hey Nicole, you just made my night, Lucky Fox. Is that, yeah, with the Xbox thing? Ooh, bit of a whack there. Yeah, fuck that, will do. Sweet, it's got damn horse. Try not to destroy everything. 10 seconds after I fix it. These sunflower fields can get pretty brutal when you're dropping the hammer. We'll run some more bees over. Out bees. Rebel, New Game Plus. They have done that, like... Yeah. It didn't come up as New Game Plus. I assume it's the same thing though. It's saying... Is it like New Campaign instead of New Game or something? But do you still get to keep all your trucks and upgrades? Which, yeah, if you can, like, I'm definitely interested in doing that. What do you think of SnowRunner Game Plus mode? I personally don't know yet, dude. I've not tried it. I've just, since this phase has come out, I've just kind of getting some of the videos done that I want to get out sooner rather than later, like the exploration maps. I'll get on to doing some of the reviews pretty soon as well, because I've kind of been looking forward to them, and I've got the tractors to review, that pike when I get that, the 3 wolf pack trucks, and I still need to do the bloody step crocodile thing as well, which has pretty much been cursed for me for some reason. I've tried about 3 times to get that bloody review video done. But I will, yeah, so is that like 7 odd vehicles I've got to review, which is pretty good, because, yeah, I like doing them for the most part. Oh, I wonder if it'll let me break through this fence, or is this going to be one of these unbreakable ones? I don't know. Trees want to play them games. This is not the truck to be blocking trees. I have no regrets. Oh no, it's like a normal fence, just be able to smash our way through. I know the normal one can't have trailers. Is this going to let me? Happy days. You can select to start at level 30, have all trucks and options unlocked. Oh, can you? That's pretty cool. I'll have to check that out then. Again, I'll probably stick to sort of phase 8 for now and everything, but in the future, like, you know, sort of soonish, once I've got the main bulk of videos out the way that I want to get done, I'll definitely be interested in checking that one out then. Which I'll have to sacrifice my last playthrough, which is basically like another mod map. I've only done like 5 or 10%, so it's not the end of the world really. Right, so we'll go back over there. Just out of curiosity, there's not really anything. I think you can unlock like a truck repair station at some point, but I've not done the mission to do so yet. It doesn't really matter, I'll get back there even broken suspension or whatever. This truck keeps hauling. Rebel, look at the new game and then you'll see the plus. Yeah, okay, cheers dude, I'll check it out. Just wish New Game Plus had an option to have all maps revealed, watchtowers unlocked. Yeah, true. But it's not the end of the world. I agree. Personally, if I could choose, I would have, yeah, just all the maps fully uncovered and everything. But I suppose at least if, as we already know the maps now, it's, you know, like, you sort of roughly know what you're in for to go and get the watchtowers. But yeah, overall, I do agree. I would, if you could, like, do a little checklist of what you already want done, I would add that onto there. I think you can lock the time of day as well. Oh, can you? That's cool. Definitely needed on this map. Like I said, I assume they were probably just going for like the kind of like autumn afternoon, sun setting a bit, but it just goes a bit over the top on this game, and it's like by 2 in the afternoon it's already going dark. The normal twin steer definitely would have tipped just then, but this thing's a lot more planted. I'm going to finish phase 8 and then start a new game and plan on being done in time for year 3. Yeah, that's true. Should work out pretty nicely. I'm not sure when year 3 is supposed to be coming out. I'm stuck on those roots. Are they back as well? Root man is back. So Rockman's not really done a lot. He must have booked in his holidays for this one. Rebel, thanks to Fox. Yeah, daytime only, or nighttime only. So what, is that like you get to select those options, like when you start the new game? Does it sort of give you a list of things you can pick? New Sedan paid DLC truck is a little beast, even though it's not a hitch. Is that Resvani Hercules thingy you're on about? Or is there a different DLC truck? A proper horn. Yeah, the Resi 6x6. Yeah, I've drove it around. It's not too bad, but then I don't dislike it. It just doesn't really bring anything particularly new to the game. But in and of itself, I wouldn't. It's not like a terrible vehicle or anything like that. Excuse me. If my suspension was fixed, you'd have to get me with the trees that just pop out of the ground. We'll be back live. Why the hell is it taking so long to start then? Stubbornness will prevail. We'll get there. Okay, if my suspension wasn't smashed it there, I think life a bit easier, but come on, truck. You can do it. I don't know why I picked such an awkward way to go. I have no regrets, but yeah. Probably wasn't the most logical. The truck's fine, it's the trailer that's tipping because of the current and it's kind of taking me with it. Just tip the trailer. You know what? Put that fucker loose for a minute. Man, time flies. It feels like yesterday I was watching your review on the Azov 6. Yeah, true, it does go pretty quick, especially these last couple of years feel like they've gone pretty quick. I don't know if sort of COVID helped make it feel like that. We're still going to get out of it. I might have to send in a rescue loaf though. I'm not going to cover this, I'll just... Because he starts. Told you, if you don't start you ain't turning the key hard enough. AGL loaf, where did I leave him on the other map? I can't remember now, if not we'll go and get another one. Oh, I've got plenty stashed away. I must have. I'm pretty sure I've got more loaves in storage. I floated the across these rivers. I was going to say I could sit there with a loaf really and float that across, but I believe I drained all the roof rack anyway, so I may as well go and excuse me, go and bring some fresh stuff. But yeah, the loaf I'd definitely Yeah, that's what I would do. Just sit in the loaf and it'll just float down the river for a bit. It's going to make it to one bank or the other eventually. It's pretty cool. You can have the old custom muds as well. Where are they? I like the Zix tyres. It's more tyres than I remember. Not that's a bad thing. It just seems like they've added even more. Refresh. Oh yeah, we may as well. Is that spare wheel? Yeah, I think that's got its own like set of supplies in it. Yes, we added the extra paint job. They need to add all these paint jobs in just like as standard. Looks like Batman and Robin or something kind of colour. I do like that green. Ghost Cerberus, the professional, is now off to adventure at sea, exactly. And living his dream. I like this, the 12 gear gearbox in this. I wish they'd add it to the normal game for Scouts, because it's just like a really nice, smooth gearbox. Oh yeah, cheat item, that's true. Do you know what? I'll recover and I'll go and add that on just because I never do. And I always... it's just on all the time, but... is it in this one, I'm guessing? Ah, free. Well, I've even done like an invisible version now. I've got the fluffy dice. Yeah, it's definitely going to fix everything. Which, to be fair, I should have just put that in the twins there as well. I need to just get into the habit of remembering to use it, so yeah, cheers for reminding us. So I meant up to 8 videos. What was that? Sorry dude, I might have missed a comment there. Apologies if I did. Did you put a snorkel on? Yeah, he's got his snorkel on. Don't leave home without it. I can't remember though, actually putting it on. I don't know if I just autopiloted it or... Look at him. Like the prancing horse Ferrari badge when he does that. And so he should be. Ferrari wishes they had a loaf. Just a quick go in the sunflowers. That's good. Fix for a little bit. Oh yeah, I am driving the right way. So where did I try and cross? Oh, so I could have just crossed the road there. I have no regrets. It was fun trying to cross here. I'm still gonna go and rescue myself as well. But yeah, I clearly just crossed it like a needlessly awkward part. If you use cheat item, no damage to vehicle. Oh, is it? I never knew that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty, makes you invincible then. Yeah, what does the cheat item do? It's normally, I just thought it was repairs. It's got like 64,000 repair points and all that. But I didn't realise that it also makes your vehicle like Johnny Rockhard. Don't know why I didn't post it, but I said I have 8 videos out now and having a blast making them. Maybe one day be as big as Mr. Wolf. Yeah, no, that's good, dude. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It is pretty fun to make the videos. And it also, like I said, sort of paces the game out as well. So yeah, no, good luck with doing it, dude. I'll have to, yeah, Dactyle Gamer. I remember you saying I'll have to check your channel out. you know what? I don't think it's this mod. It just keeps doing that recently. When you put the handbrake on and it keeps driving. Why is it offering me all those winch points but not the twice twin stair? Menu popping up. Driving me mad for the last few days. Probably not the most ideal way to try and pull it against the current, but it's not an even better idea. I'll just travel over to that island because I need to fix it really anyway. Just fuck it. Right. To be fair, that could get itself out now because it's got an autonomous winch anyway. Why is it not reaching the goddamn horse? Well, we'll get them in a minute. The winch menu is a pain in the arse though on this game. It used to be like bulletproof, it'd let you get every single winch reachable. But it never does these days for some reason. It's always like the one winch point that you want. It's like it knows. I love a god game. Just start the winch points at 12 o'clock. It can't be that difficult, surely. Cheat item gives you, oh sorry, most repair points, I see. Get it current. He's stuck on. Well, to be honest, we're probably not stuck on anything, it's just when you go against the current. The game is like a bit OP in that regard. But overall, I wish they would turn that down a little bit, the how much the current kind of sweeps you, because not that I'm going to stop doing it, but it kind of makes you not want to just cross random river part again. Where's the winch points for that trailer? Oh, it makes a meal of everything. Is that the hitch? On the back. Okay, I was reporting for fucking terrorism and everything. Let's get rid of them for a little bit. Love your videos this week, keep it up. I appreciate it, dude. I'm sort of slowly getting back into the swing of things. Took his little loaf hole. Always snagged on. Rebel, and then this is how it starts. Where's the trailer snagged on? At this point, so the winch doesn't really get much shorter than that for whatever reason. Now the winch points are missing. This game is off its fucking head sometimes. I was gonna say, like, is that the world's most grippy edge of a fucking tyre? Right, well, the do that's out, so... Is it going to let us get the winch points for the loaf? If not, I'm going in. You knocked over too many anti-terrorist barricades, that's true. Finally come back to haunt me. The terrorists are here now. Just set the loaf on them and show them. We'd fly a fucking building into a plane. Damn it, just give me the fucking winch point. Oh, a little bit of mud here. Just follow the bank down a bit. Oh, there he is. Gotcha. Right. Point the right way so it's not the middle point. Go loaf. Put your wheels loaf. You know what to do. We've been through this. Say, what the hell is everything getting caught on? You just tip to your wheels. You know you're gonna. Exactly. Job's a good one. Looks like you need to check your T key. What's that? I don't even... Is that computer lingo? Must be Firestone time. Might need the unsinkable attachment for this job. True, a submarine vehicle would come in handy, but... The goddamn horse. I knew we'd figure out a way. That's why I know we'll just go swimming. Well, that what's it called? That cheater item. Appears I'm still taking engine damage, but that's only for drowning. I don't have taken damage anywhere else. See, like though, that little bush in the that I've just winched over with. Every other vehicle, pretty much, that I've ever tried anyway, that'll rip out the ground. But the goddamn horse is gentle enough he makes use of them. Rescue of the week right here. It's good to go for a little bit of loaf rescue action. It's funny, it's pretty rare. I'm rescuing a loaf with a loaf. Look at him, he rotates himself. He knows what he's doing. But it's certainly not the first time. I've definitely drowned plenty of loafs in my day. What was that map? Oh, it might have been Wisconsin. Where I drowned, was it the Antarctic? Really, it's not going to let me reach from here. Is that how many loaves do you have on? Is that this playthrough? I don't know on this playthrough. Probably. I don't know. I was going to say 60 odd, but it's probably more than that now. Because I've got some AGL loaves as well. I think I'm up to about 140 on my normal playthrough. Yeah, probably more like 60 on this one, but again, it wouldn't surprise me if it was like 80 or something by now. The only winch point missing is that fucking trailer. And again, that's not nothing to do with this mod, it's just the fucking game. Let me have it now. Nope. Even though it can clearly reach. Bit of faffing around, but we made it. On a keyboard, I was talking about the letter T. I thought it might have been something to do with like getting rid of them bloody sex robot spammers. Thought there might have been some like, I don't know, some shortcut way to delete them. Time. Just get yourself a loaf, that's what I've learned. I know I don't say that a lot, but he's a goddamn horse. There's the handbrake thing he's doing it again. I just need to stop before I slam the handbrake on. We're on. I'm gonna have to get this load. Oh, he's broke. Squeal for help. Oh shit, don't recover. Remember Tarzan loaf in Greenwood to do? It was a good old jump. The funny thing is, when I seen it, I was like, well, I kind of had in my head, thinking, yeah, this'll work. And it was genuinely first go. Worked like a charm. Fix everything. In fact, I just thought. Calm down, handbrake. Can I have a... I think you might be able to attach normal trailers onto this. I can't remember, but we'll find out. Beast. That's how it should be. He deserves full-size trailers. He's earned them. Shit. Oh, he can squeeze through the gap, but I don't know if that can. She said, of course. K700 looks like a good rescue vehicle, maintenance. Oh, sorry, jumped a bit. Carries 800 repair and you still get trailers. Oh dear, that's pretty cool. I quite like the look of that repair box thing on the back of the K700. And yeah, it's a pretty tall vehicle and that, so it may well be pretty good as like a rescue vehicle, particularly in water and that. I'll undoubtedly try it out at some point. Attached trailer. So is that deliver there? Spanners back. But then how come it's not? What do you have to do to complete the mission though? It'd be quicker to remove these fuckers if YouTube didn't keep popping up an OK message every time you remove them. They're getting less though. We're wearing them down. They only posted 3 that time. Yeah, why is it deliver there? I'm in the right place, aren't I? I'm pretty certain I am. We're going to move it a bit further forward. Or maybe let's just switch to this vehicle quickly. I'm not 100%, it might be, which is low-fist, if it is. Because it's a scout, it might not be counting the trailer as like towed into the box. We'll see. Or have I got to activate the generator trailer? Should I pull it a bit more forward? As well, it's not giving me the option to fire up the generator. I wonder if it's like glitched and bugged out. Is it? You need to give it fuel or wrong square. Fuel it with 40 gallons. I think this was the square it was telling me to go to, wasn't it? Yeah. If not, I'll do a lap and try on that other square. Right, you can tell this vehicle's not a mod. Needs fuel. Yeah, I don't know. If not, I'll just fill the whole thing up. Me to drop it off there. It's still not bringing up the option though to turn the generator on. I wonder if I killed it when I drowned it in the river. I don't really know why that would happen, but it might have. Refuel. Refrac. Oh, there you go. So I believe then I was just mashing the button then, but I think when it got over 500 litres, it accepted it. Dumb horse. Right. So that's that one in the bag. Was that? Oh yeah, trailer store. So now I should be able to take the K700. Oh, turn on generator, so I didn't fuck the trailer with the river. Well, I may as well leave that here, actually. Because it's going to ask me to turn the bloody generator on every time. Right, so I'll get a K700. And then I want to do the harvestless years, or is it that one? So cultivate the field, blah blah blah. Yeah, so I'll go there, grab a trailer. I'll probably just go the normal roadway for this one. Hardcore loaf addiction. It certainly is. We'll see. Truck store. That'll tell me how many loaves I've got. Where is he? That's 66 of them. And then 14. So yeah, so 80. I was, yeah. I said like, well, 60, but it could just as easily be 80. So it was a pretty good guess. Oh yeah, I remember people say, so this must be another bug then, it's not letting me have the top engine, even though I've already unlocked it. I think they did like a mistake where, when they originally gave us the Phase 8 game, apparently every engine was unlocked even if you haven't got the upgrade yet, just for all vehicles, and then they've obviously patched that out of it, but then gone like the opposite way and gone too far with it. Explore the region to go and find it. As near as makes no difference, certain that I got the engine, because I'm pretty sure I remember doing it on Livestream, but then I must have a K700 somewhere. I might have to travel back to Crossroads. There's got to be the original one I got. Probably still has the same engine in it, like the top engine. We'll go and have a quick look. So Rosalind Bowen needs at least 150 litres. It just said that on the screen. Oh, did it? Sorry, I didn't even see it. I wasn't really paying attention. Cheers for letting us know, though. Matt Rowe, bit naughty of the devs to give you an empty generator. True, I must admit, it didn't... Right, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really think that'd be like... As far as completing the mission goes. Especially as well, that it doesn't unlock the trailer store until you complete that mission, so... You're gonna kind of have to bring truck supplies. What the fuck? A cow mooing at me. Cover that. Yeah, so I've already got the top engine on that one. So I must have got the engine. Which I've seen some people say in the comments, they just got the trailers from the Crossroads map and brought them over to Heartlands. Which I could do to it. I'm not strictly anti doing it, I just kind of, to be honest, I've not even checked at the trailer stores yet about buying like the the cultivator, potato harvester and all that one. So give me a chance now to see how it works and that when you buy them. Still takes a little while to like load. The loading screens seem to take longer than they used to. I think I should have everything done up on it that I can. Yeah, there's no point with the frame add-ons because I want to get the trailers. So I swear we'll just go back up that way again then. See how well the normal crossing goes instead of trying Trying to rally over the bloody sea. Justin, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I think that's what quite a few people did that, but which, yeah, I don't blame them, to be fair. I was just curious while I was doing it yesterday, and I just kind of scrolled through the missions, just wanting to see which missions unlock what. And then I seen it said trailer store, and it only needed yeah, that let there be light mission done, but then that needed the treasure hunt, and that was how I ended up kind of going down that avenue. Look to see a juniors. Oh, sorry, dude, it jumped there. Apparently the farm trailers can't be packed on a trailer though. Oh, can they not? I wonder if they'll fix that at some point. So it'd be quite nice in a way to get like one of the pretty big trailers. Maybe the 8 slot and yeah, like pack all 3 trailers on it and sort of drive them around as a little package. Although it would be a bit of faffing around, but still, I'd consider it at least once. You can buy the farming trailers at the store. Yeah, that's what why I originally wanted to do those missions in that order, so I could get the trailer store. I just want to sort of see how it. I kind of know how it works, but I mean, like, see how much the trailers cost and all that sort of stuff. Plus, then I'll have my own set of trailers. But I just thought, well, I can, I suppose, spawn 2 trailers and tow one with me, but I don't really want to drive over to this trailer store for all 3 trailers separately if I can help it. I've tried to load the tractor trailer on a gooseneck. Not enough room. Yeah, you probably have to get like the 8 slot trailer or something. I'm gonna have to get the checkpoint now. Going rallying. Caught on the tree, not liking it. Again, the bushes and all that are a little bit glitchy and iffy on this game at the minute. I need to patch that out at some point. Is that just like a normal log? Could I nick that and use it as a login mission log? They look pretty similar, but I don't know. Knowing the game, it probably wouldn't let you. You never know. Saying that, I don't think there is any logging on this phase, is there? Or, I don't know actually. I might have seen a logging station, I can't remember. Right, the max pack tractor is so much better to drive without the articulation. Yeah, true, I could imagine, to be honest. I'll have to test that out at some point. I'll probably end up with a little sort of backlog of mods to try, but then yeah, I'll definitely focus on them more in the coming live streams. Just at the minute, just kind of want to grind through some of the missions, but right now it would be pretty nice to try the max pack trailer, the max pack truck version. So 5,700, 2,500. That's a bargain, that one. Where's the other one? Why are they all separate? 4,700. So I think it's the cultivator I need first, isn't it? But then, could I attach the trailer? Spawn the blue one. I'll winch that one. Turn you understeering faster. That's where definitely the articulation would be nice to get rid of. Right, well, that's 2 of the trailers done anyway. I've already killed one of them. It's already like it's stuck. This game likes to turn the most simple things into like the right meal of itself. That's what it'll do. Job's a good one. I'll have to come back for the 3rd trailer, but it's not too bad. I don't mind 2 trips. I just didn't want to make 3 if I could help it. Brilliant. There's a couple of login missions. Yeah, when I said it, I was like, actually, I might have seen a login station on. It must have been at the Crossroads map. Why is this trailer just not going a straight line, like on its wheels? It's not going to stop me if I can help it, but it likes to be awkward. I'll give it that. Get how or why it tipped in the first place, and it's really keen on staying on its side. Of course, that's an unbreakable sign. Yeah, for whatever reason, the trailer's pretty awkward. I'm trying to reverse this thing as well. The blue trailer's the worst to reverse. The yellow one's not too bad. Yeah, you can see how nice it'd be to get rid of the articulation. I'm just going to have to go this way. It really does understeer like that. Well, I'll leave the yellow trailer there for a minute, because when I go back to get the red one, I'll just grab it then. Really, game? See, stuff like that I think they need to fix as well, because especially a vehicle with this size tyres should get over that log for fun. Just steer for the love of God. Goddamn horse put on the front of the bonnet again. Dr. Racer 78, it's SnowRunner. Hello there, how's it going, dude? Good to have you joining us. Rab 5. Missions are great, but the rabbit hole of creative fapping pays the bills. That's true. Always time for some fapping around. Yeah, this thing shouldn't be getting stuck on everything like this. Like, too much of a meaty tractor thing to be getting stuck on this sort of stuff. Especially that back end really doesn't like climbing over anything. It's kind of got like invisible hitboxes underneath it that are not, yeah, not as clean as like the tyres. You fuck off, log. Just freestyle it across the countryside. wrote, you should have put the max pack on. Yeah, true, I must admit, it'd be nice, I was just literally thinking it to myself just then, it'd be nice if they broke the max truck pack up into a few. I know it's handy that it's all in one mod, but like I said, it fills the menu with so many trucks, it sort of just takes longer to go and find the other mods, but yeah. It would be pretty nice to use about now, because this truck and its articulation is pretty horrific when it's got trailers on. Oh yeah, shit, I needed the, it doesn't matter because I can drop this trailer off here, but I needed the yellow one first. Like I said, I can go back and get the red trailer as well, and I'll just do it that way. Right, let's drop that off here. I mean, it's still understeers before it's even when it's not got a trailer on, but it's definitely a lot worse when it has. Have you messed around with the new Game Plus yet? I've not, dude. A couple of us were just mentioning it tonight. I'll probably try it out pretty soon. It sounds like a pretty decent option if it's going to let me like stay at level 30 and keep everything pretty much. I like the sound of that. Look to see a juniors mission with Warthog. Action or however they pronounce it. The Small Zix. And the Tatra 805. Yeah, true, they certainly could do more missions that could incorporate them. I know we can kind of use them any time, but yeah, they are a little bit on the small side to be doing like full-scale missions with trailers and all that, but... Was it this one? Yeah. I'm kind of going the right way. I actually know what I'm doing, believe it or not. Bad at this. There's just not really enough weight on the back end, so when you turn it, it moves the back end, but the front doesn't swerve around or anything. I could definitely imagine if the max truck pack thing has got like just proper steering on instead, then yeah, it'd be a lot better. Makes a lot more sense in this game. Well, they can make, like, it's possible to do the articulation nice, because like Fox's Iceberg for one, that still does have some articulation, and that works just fine. They just, yeah, with this truck they need to make more weight at the front. Like someone was saying in the comments, the trucks normally have like, tractors, you can get like big sets of weights that go on the front of tractors. And when they were saying it, when I used to live in a village, when I was a little kid, there was a guy come flying through the village. He was in a red, I believe it was an MGB GT, so it was like an old English sports car. And yeah, he come racing through the village, and I remember at the time just thinking like, oh, he'll probably crash, and 10 seconds later heard like a load of skid marks and a big crash. And when we went down the road and had a look at it, he crashed into a tractor, and that big like set of weight things at the front of tractors, it smashed into that, and it absolutely wrote his car off for fun. And all that happened to the tractor, one of the front tyres went flat on it, because the chassis of the car must have kind of crunched into that as well. But yeah, I mean the tractor was basically unscathed, and this little sports car thing was absolutely total. And if you're going to have a head-on crash, you probably don't want to hit a tractor if you can help it. There's lots of easy small missions. Yeah, to be fair, there is a... in these maps there just seem to be quite a few like just pretty chilled, simple missions, which I suppose you could crack out the warthog and all that for. For whatever reason, that particular signpost doesn't like to be rammed into. Let's hit this trailer back. Is that even the right way? Let me have the winch point. What the fuck? This trailer is the most wobbly bag of shit I've ever fucking seen. How fucking difficult is it just to stay like that? We'll do. Don't spend any more time with it. Fucking drag along its side for like a minute. We're going to start catching on all these logs, right? Go on your wheels, trailer. The steering is real. So why can't the trailer just stay like that? Why is it so keen to lay on its side? I don't get it. This is more probably annoying than the the understeer is like. This tractor is pretty horrifically shit at climbing over anything. I thought with big wheels like this it'd be alright at it, but it's really not great, I've got to be honest. Especially, like, if you can get the front up, that's one thing. Yeah, the rear just does not like climbing up anything. Not even, like, about a quarter of the size of the tyre. It's holding me back a bit, but I'm still been catching on just about everything, so... Fully steering. Get over it. It does make you wonder, like, either they didn't test the tractor, or probably even worse, they did, and then multiple people went, yep, that is fine. This tractor just hasn't got the guts to really do anything once you get any resistance. Hopefully the K7M is better than this. Why I don't use the Antarctic or the Cat 770G thing. Steering left for about the last 30 seconds. It still has yet to point any more towards the road. Until we pretty much hit a diagonal rock. It's kind of forcing us to point towards the road. Yeah, they definitely need to fix it. The Tornado drives really nice, I think. Yeah, true. I believe I might actually have that mod on, and I do agree when I used it probably like a month or so back or whatever it was, but it is a nice vehicle to drive, that was. a shit in a minute. Just kind of messing around with the steering, see how it's going, but yeah. I mean, look at it, that's some serious understeer. No, not really. Tractor steering, what is that? The emotional damage, it certainly is. It's an awkward sob. I can't climb over a fucking dead tree. Oh, now the tree's beating me up. Gets worse. To be fair, out of all the trailers, this red one is probably the best just because it does kind of hover on the back of the tractor rather than needing to tow it around. Back and get this yellow piece of shit. Wolf, what was that big articulated truck you were driving earlier? It's called the Azov Boar, I think it is. It's a relatively older mod. It's been in the game quite a while. 2077. Not with this steering. Like farming simulator. I don't know. 1960 or something. Hoover. Is that, yeah, the last trailer? Like, yeah, without the trailers, it's got understeer, definitely, but it's kind of tolerable. But as soon as you've got trailers on, it's pretty bad. Like, yeah, the fact that people who get paid real money just okayed it. Joke's on you, trailer. Oh shit. No, I fucked myself right at the end. Is it gonna start? It's not. Time to send in the loaf. Where did oh, he's only over here. I'm sure it's more awkward clicking on vehicles like that as well since the last update. Have you driven the semi-truck mod Excalibur? I believe so. I can't specifically remember, but the name rings a bell. So I think I have. That thing looks faster than a spin tyres drift tractor. Something does ring a bell with them drift tractors. I must have watched TC Gaming doing them or something. So I could never get the mods on MudRunner. I was on the old console version. Nice. It was going well, and at the last second, the tractor just decided to flip. See, the loaf manages to at least get the winch points, like, relatively the way you're looking. In fact, I may as well repair it while I'm at it. Knowing my look now, this trailer will be like, I'll go to use it and it'll be too beaten up. That's what I remember someone saying in the comments about that issue. Creature features is starting to... Two Nights movie Corruption. What's that, sorry? Oh, sorry, yeah, the film. Is that, what's that on? Is that on like Amazon or anything? Got a film I've not seen in a while that I'd like to see is Critters. I can't remember if I said, but we watched it when we were a kid. We'd had a tent in the garden. And we were going to camp out in the garden, just in the back garden, and then yeah, we watched the film Critters, and none of us wanted to go outside. Sent our mum out there to go and get our blankets out of the tent, and she said as well, like, obviously just trying to play it cool because we're kids, but she said she was shitting herself when she went out there after watching that film. I mean, strictly speaking, it's more like a comedy than a horror, but it's yeah, one of them good old classic films. I used to get loads of random films. Remember like Basket Case as well? Was it Basket Case? Yeah. I'm just trying to think which way to go up and down the field. At least this trailer's got a long enough hitch on it to where, like, if you do need to reverse, you can get a good angle on the trailer. That blue one is an absolute pain in the arse. If you need to, like, do a reverse turn and all the rest of it. Alright, let's just get going. It's still working. That's the good news. Excalibur is a beast. I'm trying to think, I'm certain I used it. I just can't picture in my head which truck it was. Excalibur, is that the one that looks a little bit like the Navistar? The loaf anchor. That like means putting a loaf on the front. That's what it needs. The loaf can improve any situation. Well, I've not done the best of jobs of going up and down this field, but in my defence, this thing doesn't really like going in a straight line. Well, it doesn't like going in a straight line. But then once you try and turn, it doesn't like turning. Then it only likes going in a straight line. Complete 70% of cultivating instead of 80%. The trees at one end of this field really get on your nerves. Yeah, true, they do. Need to just keep kind of smashing them down really, but there's quite a few of them. Also looks like I'm going to need fuel in a minute. It's probably not the best idea to go into high either, because it just went even slower. Yeah, the trees are a bit of a stupid thing. Again, makes you wonder once they make some of this stuff, like, do they actually give it much of a test run? You've only really got to do one go on this field to realise those trees are a pain in the arse. You've only really got to tow one trailer with this tractor before you realise it understeers too much. I've seen Critters 2 recently, and man, I couldn't stop laughing at how horrible the acting was when I was a kid. It was a lot better and scary. Yeah, true. I've seen it since. I've not seen it recently, but I've seen it as an adult, and yeah, it is more like a comedy than... I think to a degree they weren't trying to go for a serious film, but yeah, when I watched it when I was a kid, I was like, fucking hell, they're right scary little bastards. But as an adult, it is just pure like a silly film. I just remember the bit on Critters where she pokes the shotgun out the door and shoots his mate, and he looks at him like, fuck, and rolls away. That was pretty funny when I was a kid. Critters 2, do you know what, I might have seen it, probably not recently, but like a couple of years ago. Is that the one where it ends up being like a giant critter and they blow the barn up and all that, or is that number 3? No, it was number 1 that I watched when I was a kid. That we, yeah, didn't want to go camping after that. Right, I'll get some fuel. Again. Loaf. You need to drive in low range. True. I know what you mean. It is smoother than that, but it's also slower. And I am pretty stubborn. But yeah, objectively speaking, I can't disagree with what you're saying. It does help. If you would install the mod diffs for truck without or all-wheel drive connectable, you won't have to worry about fuel. Yeah, that's true. I'll have to check it out. With this goddamn horse, though. We're packing fuel. It's the solution to all of life's problems in this game. Get yourself a loaf. And look at him go. Like I said, the 12-speed gearbox is nice. I did the horn, or did it actually... yeah. I thought it might have, like, seagulls and that flying around because I was ploughing. I was going to say, if it is, it's pretty good attention to detail. No. Just filled myself up, drive all the way over it, and then yoink my own fuel. Oh no, wait, no. Probably should get the loaf off the field, to be fair. The trees are fucking annoying. Critters 1 at the spaceship, I think. It was 3 with a Big Daddy critter. Oh, was it? Number 2 then. I've definitely seen all of them. Yeah. But yeah, it could well be 3. What's the main thing that happens on number 2? What film I was thinking of the other day. I don't know if anyone can remember what this film is, but there was a kid, and then there's a spaceship, and the spaceship looks like almost like a silver sideways teardrop, and then the kid's got a younger brother that's like a toddler when he's about 7 or 8 or whatever, or he might be a bit older, like 10 or something, and then he ends up going away with the aliens on the spaceship. And then when he comes back to Earth, because he was apparently travelling at the speed of light, and you don't age when you're travelling at the speed of light and all that shit. And then his younger brother, like, well, he's still his younger brother, but he's now older than him because he aged at normal speed. I know that sounds weird, but there was a film on when I was a kid that was that. And for the life of me, I can't remember what it was called or anything. It was driving me mad the other day. If anyone doesn't know the name of that film, I'd appreciate it if you could let us know. It's a bit of a vague description, but if you've seen the film, you'll know what I mean. Yeah, Wolf, you should try Excalibur. Yeah, I'll have to turn that one on at some point. Devon, hi, how's it going, dude? Good to have you joining us. Toby, Flight of the Navigator. Is that the film? That does kind of ring a bell, actually. I tell you, I never would have guessed that in a million years as well. So yeah, I appreciate that. I'll have to go on YouTube and check it out. I just remember seeing it when I was a kid, and it was one of them things. I think because he, I think that's the first time I heard of that thing where apparently if you travel, like the nearer you get to the speed of light, it, I don't know, like dilates time or something, and you don't age as quickly. Which I believe is real. Like, wasn't there like a twin that went on the International Space Station? And he's technically like a little bit older than his twin, but he was the second one born or something like that. Or sorry, he's younger, but he was the oldest. I don't know. Again, it makes sense. Oh, I've done that. Happy days. Seed fields. That's the blue trailer, isn't it? Yeah, Flight of the Navigator does ring a bell. I joined the chat, the second Wolf said alien ship. So you know, that's what I mean, it's one of them. I know the description was a bit vague, but if you've seen the film, you just know. But yeah, no, I genuinely appreciate that, dude, because I would not have got that for the life of me. But now you've said it, it's like, oh yeah, that does ring a very, very distant bell. What am I? 33, nearly 34. I probably last time I seen that film I was like 6, 7 years old or something, but it definitely stuck in my head. Yeah, I joined the chat the second you said it. Yeah, as I said, it's just one of those films you just know if you've seen it. Love the channel. SnowRunner is one of my favourite games. Yeah, I appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying the channel, and it is. SnowRunner is a bloody good game. And the amount of content that's on here and that. I probably would be even right in saying, of all the games I've ever played, this has probably got the most hours worth of content. I know there is games like I'm thinking of, say, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. You can certainly plough a lot of time into those sort of games. And there might be games that have like a longer amount of playtime, but... And I do burn up some time doing like the editing and all the rest of it, but yeah, when you think about it, I mean, it was like 2.5 years ago this game came out. I know I've got like 730 or 40 videos on my channel now, and some of them are Call of Duty videos, but the majority are SnowRunner. I've got to be on like probably a good 500 or more SnowRunner videos. But I've still got quite a lot of stuff I can do. There's still missions on older maps and phases and that I've not done yet. Toby, compliance, what's that with, sorry? Oh, is that like, do you mean a game that takes really long to complete? I'm not sure I've heard of that game. Is that on like the console, or is that a PC game? Because to be fair, I've never really owned a PC when I was younger. I did play Age of Empires and Worms, the old classics, but I've not had like a proper PC for a while, so I'm sort of limited to console games. Elder Scrolls Online is really huge now, is it? Yeah. Devon, SnowRunner. How come it's Is that you typing that all the time, or has it just gone mad? Toby, that's what the spaceship says. Like, do you know what? I can't even remember, to be honest, because, like I said, it's been... Yeah, what? I must have been like 7 odd. So it's been like 25 years since I've seen the film. I'd have to, now you said the name, I'll have to go and watch it. What have I missed? Did you turn the potatoes to vodka? Not quite yet. We're working on it. Mark Rowe, calm down, Devon. Yeah, I must admit, don't be spamming that. But if it's just glitched and gone mad, then it's fair enough. Comments are a bit crazy. I'm surprised your bots haven't been back for a few minutes. Rage Against the Machine. Hey bro, been watching you since you had Bruce. Love the loaf. I now use that, yeah. No, I appreciate it, dude. I'm glad you've been enjoying the videos. With Bruce, we discovered Bruce a good old while ago. Still a solid vehicle though, even today. And yeah, the loaf. He's goddamn professional. Everyone needs to get themselves a loaf. It was on a couple of weeks ago, was it? I'll have to keep an eye out. I like a lot of the old films. I put all sorts of stuff on. Like, yeah, just 70s, 80s, 90s films, I don't know why, I just like all that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's one of them films that, I don't know, you never really see it on the TV. It may well have been on recently, like, but it's just one of those films that I remember from when I was a kid, but I've never really seen it since. Or it's not one of those films that people instantly, I don't know, it's never really in like a, you know, top 10 list of anything, but yeah, it's a pretty memorable film from when I was younger. I'll never calm down when I hear SnowRunner. Yeah, it's definitely a good game. And we're going to get a year 3 as well, so still be even more stuff to do. These trees do make life awkward for getting your lines. Low? Oh no, I'm on 67. I thought I was on 87. I was going to say it seems a bit more relaxed with how much of the field you have to do, but take that back. Amazing graphics for the era. Yeah, no, I agree with that actually. From even like the hazy memory I've got in my head, it didn't look fake like for what it was. When you think about it, you know, like Terminator and Terminator 2, they had pretty phenomenal CGI and all the rest of it, considering how long ago that was as well. Whereas yeah, some films these days you see the CGI, like even on say the newer Aliens films, like Aliens 3 with the kind of half dog alien, that looked pretty fake. Rage Against the Machine, lol, goddamn professional, he certainly is. Saving me bacon all night. What other games do you play? Mostly at the minute it's just SnowRunner. Every now and then, like when I was not really doing the videos while I was just waiting for this phase to come out, I was having a little go on Wreckfest and Gran Turismo 7. I was playing the what's it called, the Isle of Man TT game a few months back, which again, yeah, for Rebel, I've not forgot about it, dude. I know this video, the Isle of Man one, ended up being a bit of a long one for me to get around to, but I will get it done. But yeah, for the most part, I just play this SnowRunner game. It's just the kind of game that I enjoy. I just enjoy the concept of the game, really. So, yeah, in theory, if they keep the missions coming, I can kind of just keep playing it. It's not... I really don't feel like bored of the game or anything. But when there is like no new stuff for me to do, I don't just want to say endlessly drive around, because I don't want to get to the point where I sort of start getting bored by the game. But yeah, it's sort of one of those games. I'm not saying it's like Grand Theft Auto 5, but the Grand Theft Auto formula is just one of those games where you could just sort of endlessly play it, if you know what I mean. Like, even though I've completed it X amount of times, I could go on Grand Theft Auto now and it's like, yeah, there's always something to do. You just kind of generally enjoy the game and make your own stuff up as you go along, and this is sort of like, yeah, the farming version of it, really. Well, there's enough to just keep messing around with to keep yourself busy for the most part. I think there's a 99% chance the first region in Season 3 will be snowy. Yeah, true, I must admit, I bet they probably will do it that way. Started 6th the other day and finished 1st, still ranked around 19,000. Oh yeah, you still doing the races against the other people as well? I did do some of them, but for the lap times, I can't remember what the name of it was now, but I went on to the one where you're just racing on yourself, like by yourself. Just because I always found, like, when I was hitting certain corners and that, the other riders in the game were sort of like getting in the way, and then it just very quickly devolved into like Road Rash, like that old Sega game. I was just ramming everybody off the bikes, but it was also obviously like harming my time a bit. Tate, hello everyone, how's it going, dude? Thanks for joining us. SnowRunner calms my ADHD. Yeah, it's just one of them sort of like chilled games I can mess around on. Like, that's one reason in a way why I quite like these maps where they're quite free flowing, because you can just sort of jump in a vehicle and go driving around, and yeah, even if you're kind of off in your own head thinking about whatever, not really paying attention to the game, you can just kind of play this game on autopilot and just kind of enjoying it as you go along. But yeah, still get lost in some random thoughts and all sorts. But then as well, when you want to get stuck in, you can kind of pay attention and do more specific missions and all the rest of it. Love taking over someone going into corner. Oh yeah, overtaking someone, yeah. It's nice when it goes right, but when just every now and then when I was trying to obviously get like the fastest lap time I could, they were just ending up in like the speed I was generally going, I was just catching up at like these awkward sets of corners where I couldn't get past them without like completely killing the my time. Oh, there's loads of potatoes there now. I never noticed that last time when I did the farming mission the other day. Is that a new thing since the little mini patch, or was I just not paying attention? It could go either way. Brilliant. You'll pick the direction of farming where there are fewer trees on the turnaround side. That's true, to be fair. It looks like the field's obviously longer this way, but I do get what you're saying. Either that, or I need to just bring like the twin steer down, mow all them trees down, and then do it that way. But yeah, it's a bit awkward that they've put them there. Julian Legace or Legacy, will there be a region 2? Oh, sorry, will there be a region on 2 countries like a region in both Canada and the US? I have no idea, to be honest, dude. They seem to be wanting to distance themselves from like Russia in general, so. But I don't really know specifically what difference it'll make. If you know what I mean, they're just trying to get away from like the Russian thing, but this map could have just as easily been called Russian maps. It wouldn't really make too much difference, I suppose. So there's something on the front that drops down and lifts the front wheel off the ground to make you do a 180-degree turn. Yeah, true. It'd be quite nice. I'd say at least with this trailer it's easier to reverse and all the rest of it because it's not kind of trying to jackknife behind you. Also, I go one side, middle row, far end, and make wide turns. Yeah, true. And do you know what I was just going to say? I was like, I'm actually going sort of row by row at the minute. Whereas I was doing that same thing myself, doing like a wider arc. Like now, just kind of sweep it around to the edge. I was doing that with the other trailers, but this trailer again, it's a lot more manageable because it just kind of hovers at the back. No, the potatoes were there before the pat. Oh, were they? I never even noticed them last time. Just get a bit more daylight again. Everyone has to make everything political. Yeah, true. That's the problem these days. Politics kind of keeps getting involved in everything as well. So yeah, even stuff like I don't really see the point. Like I don't think anyone really gives a shit that the maps were based in Russia. But yeah, it's just like ass covering mode. Which it's definitely too pedantic, but at the same time you could imagine the Twitter mob, someone will end up saying something. But at the same time they should just, yeah, stick with it and shrug their shoulders and be like, and it's the name of a place that exists. Well, the Glades are in Azerbaijan, which is pretty controversial if you ask me. That's the thing, it's I keep getting hooked on these trees. Yeah, wherever they kind of put it, there's always going to be something that you can sort of pick out with it. So I think in a way they sort of brought more attention to it by switching over. I appreciate fields are flat, but we could do with more challenging terrain. I've not been on the next two maps, but apparently they sort of step up a little bit each time. I don't know for certain though, but I'd say the Crossroads map is pretty damn easy, there's no doubt about it. This map still is, but at least it's got stuff like that river crossing, so you can go to find swampier, more difficult places. And yeah, to be fair, I've not been on the last two maps, so I can't say for certain. But overall, I mean, I wouldn't say no if there was, like, you know, certain sections that are like cliff edge sort of things we used to get on in Mandra and all sorts. I wouldn't say no. Rebel, can't we all just get along? That's true. There's too much money in Division, divide and conquer. That was a good one. Deliver to blah blah blah. So, where's my spuds? Oh, is that they already just two parcels sat there? Fair enough. Alright, let's go and pick a vehicle to do them then. So where have they got to go? One there. And one over there. I don't like the idea of ditching real life locations for this game's future. Yeah, no, I agree. Like it, I think it's a bit sort of over the top. Yeah, that one's Azov Bear. Sorry, I said boar. I think. Although aren't they called different names because there's sort of three mods with it? I think the mod itself is called Azov Bear though, actually. But I'd have to check just to be sure. Could take one of these Wolfpack vehicles. So I don't think let's do this one. I quite like this one. Any chance for any more tyres with that? I've got mods on, but it's not looking like it. Something about that goddamn horse will humble them to achieve world peace. Exactly. Send the loaf and he'll sort them all out. I think I got most. Only. Oh yeah, shit. Can I get a crane and a sideboard on this? No, I can't even get a crane. Well, shit's on that plan then. That's the 49X. Do you know what, to be honest, because I'm not going to be on this game too much longer, so I could just go and try that bloody Pike SE mod, if it's going to let me have it before I've unlocked. It is, yeah. Which I don't really mind, because this is like the mod version, so I still won't really know what's going on with the normal version by comparison. Just stick to the raised. I don't really care. Ever since the game came out, people say Michigan doesn't look like real Michigan. Wisconsin does. In the end, it's just a name. Yeah, it's not going to bother me either way. I just mean it's more like, you know, a sign of the times where everyone's like tiptoeing on eggshells. But yeah, like it ain't gonna. It's not gonna affect me in any way. Like whatever name they can call it bloody the moon if they want. What tyres should I get? To be honest, I do quite like the chain because they kind of dig in. But I also quite like these. Yeah, let's go for these. Are these like, yeah, I was going to say they look a bit like the K700 tyres. That's cool. It's a pretty good location for the snorkel at the back of the vehicle, because then when you first dip into like various bodies of water, you don't just nosedive the snorkel straight into the water. I assume this can have a crane and a sideboard. Yep. It looks like it might be a special stronger crane, hopefully. I won't really bother with all that. I've got a special colour. Oh yeah. Looking nice. I'm running the Bart's Zix. Best truck that I've used. Yeah, that is actually. Find it, yeah. Let's try and go through the trees. We'll figure it out. Well, yeah, this is like a first little look then at this part. Again, it's the modded version, so there might be a few different like engines, etc. I've put on it, but this is what the oh shit, this is what smashing it looks like. Yeah, the Pi. What is it? It's got some. I don't know. It's not doing like the code name on this one. I'm pretty terrible with steering at the minute. It's because I've just been driving that K700. Just got kind of used to the articulated steering for a minute. Let's get back into the swing of it. You just don't have to steer as much when you've got normal wheels. see disappearing after a while, yeah. Yeah, overall though, I think it's a pretty good looking truck. I know this one might be a bit more powerful because it's the modded one and all that, but it's feeling pretty good so far. Pike should have a custom sideboard with an extra 60 litres of fuel. And I wouldn't say no. Suppose really. Yeah, so I may as well pick both up. I don't know why, I was going to get them one at a time, like, and go off and do them, but there's not much point really, I suppose. Brain in a dick. Right, first one over here, kind of back where I just came from. Change the time of day again. Did you put the most powerful engine to the modded set? I believe I did, yeah. It's a nice looking paint job on it as well. I think I looked at it like just in the store when the game first came out, and yeah, kind of got a bit of a Red Dead Redemption feel going to it with the colours, but either way, it looks pretty nice. Pops back up like an old boxing things you used to get as a kid when you punch it. I don't like how often you get caught on dead tree tops. I went to one of the task squares, but I had a potato image, and it was a task. What was that with, sorry? Brain. No. Wasn't that right? Buy low, sell high, but I'm not comfortable doing business staying. Where am I now? So I'll probably just go back along the road, really. It's got a pretty good horn on it. I don't know if that's a mod version of that or not, though. Leave the scene. Yeah, overall it's a pretty nice vehicle. So I think that's what it was saying in that mod as well, where it said it'll improve like the physics of the game. It said something about when you drive into mud and water it'll behave a bit more realistically, so I'll have to check that out at some point. It sounded quite interesting from what they were saying. Resisting over this section. Normally there's an image of a piece of paper. Oh yeah, I get what you mean. I think that Honest Work delivery one might be a picture of a potato. Just an inch. Oh yeah, Tip Wolf. There is, I think, one farm that produces potato samples instead of potatoes. Turns out those are different cargoes. Oh, okay, yeah, cheers. Keep an eye out for that one. We do have some odd quirks in this game, well, I was going to say from time to time, pretty consistently. Yeah, man. So, we're just back to normal steering, not artificial steering. Am I still going the right way? Oh no, I'm not. Still tempted to go up here though and just cross the river. Why not? You potato, I say potato. Time of day quickly again. Right, so I want to get to about there. Oh no, go there and then head this way. Potato samples are on Harvest Corp, I believe. I've bought an extra. Oh, sorry, I bought an extra 7 million just for that map. It's best to be safe and sorry. Again, this is another one though. It's getting caught up in these. Like boggy dirt roads. I think these roads though are obviously more severe than they look, which I don't mind that in and of itself. They do sort of sneak it up on you a little bit, give you like a false sense of security, and then you start getting bogged down pretty good. Noticed already though, this is once you start tipping it, it doesn't really fight it that much. It seems to kind of start accepting its fate and just slowly tip over. Which again though, could be the mod version, but I doubt they made the mod version more tippy than the normal one. Yeah, driving beside the roads is better, yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, the roads are often more severe. Deep. She said. See, didn't I just change the time of day to midday like a minute or two ago? It already looks like it's dusk. Yeah, Rebel, I think it might be Institute Farm right at the top corner. Near a gateway. Pretty sure Potato Samples map has no garage. Yeah, true. I think that That's what I've heard, the Institute map is the one without a garage, isn't it? I don't know which map the potato samples thing's on, though, but... Which, in the scheme of things, I don't mind having to discover a garage on a map. I don't even strictly mind if you have to take a couple of materials to build it, but I sort of prefer maps that have garages in general. Because at least you can just spawn the vehicles that you want on the map. Like, in the scheme of things, I probably won't play as much on the Institute if... Well, I'll do all the missions and stuff, obviously, but... just kind of... in my own spare time messing around on the game, I tend not to go on the maps that you haven't got a garage as much, just because... yeah. A bit of extra faffing around just to travel there. And then if you want to, like, recover, say, 6 vehicles on the map, you've got to keep going through the loading screens each time, which is a bit of a pain in the arse as well. It's definitely just a lot simpler if you have a garage. Dead tree carcasses is really very awkward to get over. Fuel tank 280. Interesting, I think you're right, I've almost finished Institute. Yes, the Institute map doesn't have a garage. Yeah, which... it's not the end of the world, but yeah, just overall I'd sort of prefer it if they did. That's what I've been doing because there's no garage. To be fair, the travel to the gateways is short in this region. The travel time. Is that like loading between maps, do you mean? I'll probably do one more mission and then I'll call it a day. Just so I don't burn through too much of it all in one hit. May as well recover that since I've smashed it up a bit. Right, what should we do for the last one? What are some of these? Medium pie. I don't like how when you check what's in the in the warehouse, it just takes you off the mission that you're looking. Oh, so that's just right, fair enough. There you go. What's the goddamn horse doing? Repair it. Wooden tool. Abandoned gear. How dare I call the loaf gear? It's goddamn professional. Hay bales. I thought of driving that K700 over there though. I'll probably give that one a miss because I'll make a video pretty soon on like messing around with the hay bales. Most of the missions are just between these two locations for whatever reason. Ah, there's a login thing. Oh yeah, so there's a lumber mill. I wasn't going crazy. And you've got to deliver that to there. Yeah, sorry, let's do a logging one. I get to drive around here. Long logs. wonder if this vehicle... Oh, then I'll have... Well, it doesn't matter, but I'll have to go to the trailer store to get a long log trailer. Oh, so this can have long logs. I'll sod it and let's go and do final mission with this. I'm just going to turn the mission on. You can motor around on highway trucks between zones. Yeah, true, to be fair, like say from the crossroads to this map, it's pretty easy. And again, I've not really travelled through the other gateways, but yeah, it helps if you can just kind of move around pretty easy from map to map. Let's see if we can go this way this time. I do like having the choice to tow any trucks with a winched tricked engine on or off. Yeah, true, I know what you mean, I do like that. That's definitely a good option they added. Actually, I overshot it a bit, I'm supposed to go down here. Making stuff break as you drive past with a little horn. Rebel the iceberg, yeah, that's true. Should have whipped the old iceberg out. Saying that, I'm going to eat this map for breakfast. Then again, it pretty much eats every map for breakfast. The Harvest Court contract has a huge number of missions, does it? It's like, yeah, is that the last map, basically? Again, pretty soon, I want to get the Institute map search, but then yeah, I'd like to at least get one review video out of one of the vehicles. I'm not too sure which one yet. Well, generally start getting them all done, but I just, yeah, in the next, like, over the next week. Yeah, definitely want to try and get the, like I say, the Institute map all uncovered and everything. And possibly the Harvest Court one as well, sort of going to happen at some point, so... I think the box spammer's finally popped off. Pike is a fun truck. Yeah, even though this is a mod version, like, just overall it does feel pretty nice. And I've kind of got a feeling that even the in-game one is going to be kind of similar. Which, yeah, I wish they'd had more trucks really, sort of more often. Like these sort of trucks and stuff like the Zik 605R, all that sort of stuff. But if they're only a year 3, then we've still got plenty more new vehicles to come, because they're going to be adding various different ones per phase. Plus there's going to be, I should imagine, DLC vehicles that are like separate along the way and all sorts, so yeah, still quite a bit to go. I like pulling this trailer, isn't it? Still doing better than the K700 was, though. I still want a bloody shirt. I think you read that as I still want a bloody sheep. Well, bloody hell. Use Welsh after all. Yeah, true, a shirt would be pretty cool. I'm surprised they haven't got around to that yet. I'm wondering if there's some other off-roading game that's kind of, you know, got dibs and they've paid for like an exclusive contract with shirt. Because otherwise, yeah. And if not, I'm surprised they haven't just made like a rip-off version of it. So it's definitely a bit of an infamous kind of off-road vehicle. I'm not even an off-roader by any stretch, and even I know what the shirt is. And I would definitely own one in real life if it was possible. Shirt is like like the loaf, living its off-road dream. This thing, again, I don't know 100% because it's the mod version, but it sounds quite nice on the revs. Even when you get bogged down in places like that, it doesn't feel like it just completely drops you down to 100 RPM above idle. It sounds like it's still putting some kind of effort in. One second, put my phone charger back in, so it's being a dick and going flat. I wish you could just switch the factories in iPhones, like without having to dismantle the whole thing and be like an engineer. too risky for me. I don't trust myself stripping it apart to get the battery out. Took out the Derry 31 today. Other than low ground clearance being majorly annoying, I've forgotten how good that thing is in mud. Yeah, do you know what? I nearly took that thing out the other day, and at some point on one of these missions on this phase, I'll definitely be cracking that back out. Because in some ways it is a decent truck. I still prefer that like over the other Derry. Trailer does not support this car. Why did I have a funny feeling when I set off that it was going to say something like that? Why would that trailer not support it, is the question. I'm sure I had this problem like a while ago though as well. Yeah, it's definitely not liking it. Go for plan B. Every time you honk, I think of the trucker convoy. Yeah, honestly, I just can't help myself, like, especially when I'm driving past like a tree falling down on the road or something. Give it a quick honk, see if we can scare it or make it like, I don't know, sort of phase through the map and sod off. Yeah, that's in there. That tree. This thing in high gear was an absolute savage. You pretty much go rally on this truck. It really is a nice combination. Looks like an old tree stump. Not enough space. What's this thing going on about? Give me a goddamn log. Oh no, yeah. I was unloaded platform. Fair enough, that's my bad. Right, we're good. Overcooked it. I should have patched the fucking tree that ain't gonna do anything. Winch points. Attempt number 2. I was cooking it a little bit there. Because you're not using the FTD trailer from Fox. But even like either trailer, shouldn't it still work though? Just a link. I'm gonna head out. Battery soon gonna die anyway. Night y'all. Yeah, I appreciate it, dude. I'm only gonna go and drop these logs off, and then I'm gonna call it a day as well. Because yeah, among other things, yeah, the headset is squeezing my head about enough. But yeah, I appreciate it, dude. Cheers for popping in and that, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day or night or whatever it is. Ondra4441, hello, how's it going, dude? Right, Mr. Bus has a long log add-on for the Tatra Force. Oh yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll have to check that one out. Oh, is that another log? Sons of bitches. I mean, let's be honest. A tree stump that... This truck could just smash that thing to pieces. I could kind of agree with the old tree stumps that are like a bit of a fat, hefty log. But yeah, these new ones. They don't look like they deserve to stop me dead. Yeah, night distance, yeah. That high gear, I can't resist. Oh shit, I should have resisted. There's a chance. Because I might be able to scoop the logs up. What I need is a goddamn horse with me. We might get them back up. I don't know if it's going to let me pack them, mate. Pretty unlikely. I was trying it. It's probably not worth it, I might as well just go back. Right, last attempt. Try not to drop my hammer this time. It's pretty hard to resist like it. Appreciate you, Wolves. Look forward to your content each day. No, I appreciate it, dude. It's yeah, glad you're enjoying it, and I'd say it's pretty good to get back into the swing of things. There seems to be plenty of missions, at least for now, to keep me going for a good little while yet. Rebel, and then this is definitely how it starts. We made it there the first time. We are improving. I know that much. This could be the one. Got a good feeling about this one, boys. Oh shit. Well, double shit. Where the fuck is it? In there somewhere. There we go. Alright, what could possibly go wrong? This tree over there. He's walking at me. Damn, I hate when that happens. What's that? Is that rolling or getting caught on a bloody tree stump? Neither of which is too much fun. I just couldn't be arsed going to get a vehicle that's got a long logging, or just a logging crane. So it's like sort of quicker to go back and get some more. Season 8 definitely satisfies in a way that 7 doesn't. Yeah, no, I agree. And again, I still did like the map on Phase 7, but just content-wise, there was just nowhere near enough going on, really. So even when you were like 5 or 6 missions in, you could already tell the end was near, and it was a little bit... sort of took the edge off before I'd even finished it. But yeah, this one does feel a lot more like up to par with what they're normally releasing phase-wise. 7 was definitely a little bit of a sparse anomaly by compared to what they normally do. What do you think of the Wolfpack upgrades in Season 8? Do you mean like them adding all-wheel drive and all that? If so, yeah, I think it was a good addition to it, definitely. I think it needed it. It was just, yeah, they didn't feel like good enough without that. Everyone in the bag? Easy as that. We definitely didn't tip twice. I let myself a minute of high gear rallying, especially through sunflowers. Drift on the go. smack that tree down, yes. Some Group B rallying on the go. I imagine a Group B loaf. What a sight to behold that would be. That game's what I was going to tip. Job's a good un. All-wheel drive to Western Star Wolfpack. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that was definitely a good addition. Like, when I originally drove them, it was on one of the live streams, and I was pretty disappointed, to be honest, with how quick they were just getting stuck and giving up. But yeah, with the all-wheel drive, it's just give them, like, it's up the pace of them, like what they can handle before they tap out and all the rest of it. They're certainly not like the best vehicles in the game. I still wouldn't say you need to buy them as such. Like, you're not strictly missing out, especially if you've already got stuff like the Western Star 49X and that. But yeah, overall, I do sort of quite like them now. I like the look of the 57X, and then that other one, this one that I was going to use that sadly can't have a crane or anything. I quite like this one as well. The one with the 2 drop axles. I don't hate it, but it's probably my least favourite out of the 3. Rebel, have a good morning, Wolf. Yeah, I appreciate it, dude. And yeah, you too. Fox, tail whip, is it? I love the old twice twin stair for dropping the hammer. There's a full-on rally truck. And yeah, you can see, like, it didn't even tip. Got that back end round, get it in the high gear and feather the throttle and that. And yeah, it whips its back end round. It's a fun, enjoyable truck. And these are the sort of maps where you could just go flying around in that Western Star. And there is actually like the room and everything to sort of stretch your legs and drop the hammer a bit. So yeah, I'll be doing more of that. I wish that all trucks could have all-wheel drive. Yeah, I agree. For the most part, I still wouldn't say no, but the P16 is probably one of the few vehicles that I think can still handle itself and that without all-wheel drive. But other than that, that's just because it's such a big, hefty, heavy truck. It does plant itself into the ground pretty well. And I believe it's got custom tyres and that as well. But yeah, pretty much everything else, just as an option, it'd be nice to have all-wheel drive. And it did give these vehicles a little extra sort of lease of life, because yeah, I think they were struggling a little bit. Considering I originally tested them in Michigan on Black River, which is like the first map in the entire game, and I only got sort of 10-20 yards out of the garage, and I already got bogged down in the mud, and yeah, they were just a bit on the disappointing side without the all-wheel drive. Rebel Night Fox, Mark Rowe, thanks for the stream. Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. I'll call it a day there, but cheers for popping in and hanging out, and yeah, got a few more things in the bag. Didn't get around to exploring the Institute in the end, but yeah, got some farming done. Got oh, at least, yeah, that's it. The common, we'll say the common cause, and then I believe that can get you towards unlocking the K7M. But I'll get a video done on that pretty soon, so I'm going to do that 30 harvestless years or whatever on a video. Yeah, I think that's about everything. What the hell? Cyclops. Sorry, I was just distracted. Oh yeah, sorry, that was it. I remember the mod. Yeah, like I say, I'll call it a day there. I appreciate everyone. Rage Against the Machine, cheers mate. Same to you. Yeah, enjoy your mornings or evenings or whatever time of the day it is where you are. And yeah, I'll be back soon. Mark Rowe, shame you couldn't try the Max Pack tractors. True, I'll get a video done on them, and if not as well, next week I'll definitely turn them on. I'll make sure I do this time. Yeah, the Max Pack. I'll remember to do that next time. And like I say, at some point I probably will start doing a video on some mods. Maybe not this week, to be fair, actually. But yeah, I'll definitely get around to them and get them on the list. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your night or day, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon.